Hello, friends. The audio test. How do I sound? Right? Wait, I think this is the wrong. Is this the wrong microphone? I think that was the wrong microphone. Bad mic. Is that better? Did it switch? It was hooked to the webcam, and I don't want to use the webcam mic. It's bad. What's it sound like now? How do I sound? Better? Actually, let me go. Sounds like 2007 Xbox game chat. Hold on, let me open up my own stream so I can hear myself a little bit. You're gonna hear a lot more echo than usual because. Oh. Well, you can't hear anything right now because the music's loud. Moo ha ha ha! Here, let's see. Half? Quarter volume? I'm doing a different playlist for music than usual. I don't want it muted. Just background music. Just background. What? How about that? Is that still too much though? How about that? Is that still too much though? What do you guys think about that? Is that too quiet? What do you guys think about that? Is that too quiet? Here, we'll bump it to there. There we go. Better, way better. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. Alright, let me mute my... You guys get to hear the feedback of me listening to my own stream, though. Hold on, we gotta get to... I should just be in chatting. Hi! Hello, friends! Let me put my... Whoa, hi! Hello! This is not the right screen. I mean, we can do this screen for a second, but this is not the right screen. I think I'm a little zoomed in. I mean, I'm not zoomed in. It's just I'm blown up. Technically, there's a difference. Technically. In the most technical sense, which is the best sense. We'll chill out here for a second. Welcome to my kitchen. That's not a kitchen. That's a hallway. But this is a kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. We've got the kitchen. I've got a very skinny kitchen. It's just like, whoosh, and then it goes hallway over there. I got a dining room over there. This wire is gonna be. My microphone is way over here. Can you see it? No, you can't see it. My microphone's like really far away from me. I feel like a fish out of water. Because I'm a shark? Thank you. Thank you. Hold your applause, everybody. Welcome to the stream, Snow, Derica, Emmeline? I have forgotten how I say your name. I apologize. I will continue to say it wrong. Amy, for short. I'm just kidding. Ashton, welcome to the stream. And anyone else that I missed. Huge apologies if I do miss any chat in this stream. Just repeat yourself or whatever. Don't spam, obviously. I'm using a multi-chat tool so that, you know, if anyone is in Twitch or Kick, I should just, because I'm streaming to all three. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I should have just done just YouTube for simplicity's sake, but I didn't. But I've only got one monitor, so I don't usually have I have a whole separate monitor for just chat, but I have to be able to check and make sure you guys can see what's going on. So I only have the one monitor, and I'm like, okay, we'll use a multi-chat tool, so hopefully I don't miss any of your guys' stuff. Hopefully I don't miss anything, but it's all combined in one place, and you know how dyslexic I can be. So just, you know, just bear with me. If it seems like I'm ignoring you, I'm probably not. Derek, morning. Can I see your pantry? It's that cabinet right there is like the entirety of my pantry. You would be disappointed in how very little food I actually have in the house right now. I have very little food. Look, one, I don't like spending money. Two, I don't eat a lot. And three, I'm but one man. How much food do I really need in the house at any given time? Such a Canadian kid. I wouldn't know. Being that I am in the Midwest of the United States of America. You're closer to Canada than I am. You can't even talk. Too lazy to type it again. Copy paste. You shut up. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. That would be impressive. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Just like humming at me. First of all, it's pronounced see that I know it's been so long since I've appeared, since I've been busy writing, which is totally fine. And secondly, don't call me Amy. I was joking. I was joking. Don't worry. I'm not gonna call you Amy. That was a joke. But I still don't know. You put hyphens, but I still don't know if it's line or lean, and I still don't know if it's am or and then a. I'm gonna say line, right? Because the word line. So am a line is it or a? Am a line. Am a line. Am a line. Like if I were a square, am a square, but you're a line. You only have 2 points. Am a line. I don't know why I'm picking on you right now. I don't know. You're not new. I just forgot how to say your name, and I apologize. I'm not a pink hedgehog. I mean, I don't know that. I don't know that. You're gonna eat some ramen for dinner, like Maru. How do you say Maruchan? I've always called it like Maruchan or Maruchan, Maruchan, Marukan, Hadouken. I don't actually know how to say that. I know exactly what ramen noodles you're talking about. It's the really cheap stuff that gets you through college. Do you put anything in your ramen? Like if it's the Maruchan variety, one for starters, which one are you doing? They've got like chicken, they've got like beef, and they've got like shrimp, I think that's the 3 flavors. There might be more. Those are the only 3 I ever see around here. Which one are you doing? And are you adding anything to it? You like throwing an egg in there? Or are you throwing in like, some kind of vegetable or something? How do you consume your Maruchan ramen? Let's make a pizza, show us the ingredients, chef. We'll get to that. Oh, we'll get to that, don't you worry. Lean or line. Well, because in English, sometimes there are words that end with an I-N-E, but they're pronounced like een instead of ein. Some words are, like, trampoline. We say trampoline instead of trampoline, you know what I mean? So, I know lean I don't know which is more rare. Maybe lean is more rare than line, but it does happen. I'm not crazy. I am crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I'm a different kind of crazy. Maruchan? Do you think, is it Chan? Maruchan. Maruchan. They made a new Pac-Man one, and I think it's beef. I'll say it can't taste like Pac-Man. What would Pac-Man taste like? A little round circle ball guy? For starters, hello friends and welcome to my kitchen. This is Cooking with Mo number 2. If you want to watch the first one, it's not called Cooking with Mo, it's called Breakfast with Mo. I'm probably going to make a playlist. I don't know how many of these Cooking with Mo streams I'm going to do over the course of this channel's lifetime, but maybe I'll make a playlist. I haven't done that yet. But if you want to see the first one, we made breakfast. The stream is called Breakfast with Mo. You can watch that later if you want to. But this is number 2. We're going to not be making breakfast. We're not going to be making, well, I was going to say not making lunch, but you can have pizza for lunch. But it feels like dinner because it's late. Unlike Breakfast with Mo, which took place in the morning, or maybe it was over lunch. I don't remember. It was earlier in the day. Today, it's very late. It's actually later than I wanted to be. I wanted to start at 6. It's now 7:15. I wanted to start earlier, but I had a surprise late lunch with my mother. So I was out having lunch with my mom. That was great. We got to catch up. She had some of my mail delivered to her house so she could give it to me. She's like, okay, this isn't for me, this is for you. I'm like, oh, thank you. So, you know, I caught up with my mom, had a surprise lunch with her, but it was a late lunch, and that means a couple of things. One, I started the stream a little bit late, but two, I'm really not hungry. I'm really not very hungry at all, but I will, no matter what we make today, have at least one slice of pizza. Maybe more, but I will have at least one slice. Just so you guys know, no matter what we make, whatever abomination we create, I will eat it on camera. Nothing's gonna go to waste. Nothing's getting thrown away. That is a MagicManMo guarantee. I just wanted to give you that sort of preface, so that when we get to pizza eating time and you're like, wow, he must hate it, he's not eating a lot. It's because I ate lunch at like literally 3 or 4 o'clock. No, I think we left at around 4. I think we actually got our food at like 3. So I only ate a few hours ago, and there you go. Now that being said, by the time our pizza's done, it's gonna be, cause I'm gonna be taking my time, I'm gonna be yapping with you guys, it's gonna be like after 8 o'clock. Like, this pizza's gonna take like an hour and a half to make. Not because it should take that long, but because I'm slow. So maybe I'll be hungry by then. I don't know. We'll find out. Let me catch up. I was staring at the camera lovingly, but I wasn't watching chat. Can I have my pizza topping be another pizza? No, because you cannot suggest any toppings now. Unless I happen to have it in the house, but like I said, I don't actually have a lot of ingredients in the house. But sorry, I choked. I do have several things in the house, and they are the things that you guys have been requesting. And we had a couple of requests in the Discord, and we had several requests on the post, the community post where I asked for requests. So I've got several toppings that we're going to choose from. There's one topping in particular, actually, technically two, but we'll get to that. But there's one topping in particular that I don't think exists around here, so I don't have that one. And then there's 2 toppings that I do have, but they've been altered, and we'll get to that momentarily. We'll get to that very soon. But for the most part, like, the spirit of everything you guys asked for will be there. Is it better than a 7-Eleven pizza? We haven't made it yet. We're gonna find out. I've never had pizza from 7-Eleven. We don't have 7-Eleven around here. I know what it is. And I've probably been to a 7-Eleven in the past while traveling, but we don't have them around here, and I've never had a pizza for one, so that I couldn't tell you. What's next? Lunch with Mo? Midnight snack? I initially was going to do that. We did breakfast with Mo. I was going to do lunch with Mo, where we make, like, I don't know, sandwiches or something. But I didn't do that. As you can tell, this is kind of more like dinner, right? I wanted to focus the theme a little bit, you know? And I wanted it to fit somehow I wanted to fit this with our Shark Week. So I asked people to make it ocean or shark or fish or something themed, if possible. So many people wanted anchovies. Fun fact, I don't think I've ever had anchovies. I don't think I've ever had the... You need to memorize this? Wait, what are you memorizing? So what we're going to do is start putting together... I gotta take my earbuds off because I gotta walk around. We're gonna start putting together our initial ingredients. The first thing that we need to do, as you might imagine, is sip my coffee. Actually, are we gonna do... It's evening, it's dinner. It's dinner. Maybe we go with, maybe we get a little bit fancy. Maybe we have a drink. You guys want to see an ice sphere? I've got this block, right? You pour water in this hole. And you know what it does is that, like, overnight, this one's a little goobered up a little bit, but let me... Oh, okay, it's not a perfect, it's got a little bit of a thing to it. It's got a little bit of a hemisphere. I got an ice ball. You want to see my ice ball? Now I've got an ice ball I can throw at you. Ice ball. And you can put that in your, like, glass cup or whatever. There we go. And then you put it back in there, and you can have another one in like a few hours or whatever. Isn't that nifty? Isn't that fun? I think that's fun. I think it's fun. The commands, Mo. That's why. The last stream I arrived to on time and was stuck was around 2014, LOL. The commands, there's not a ton of commands. I need to add a bunch back. And I've been saying that for a while. We've changed how the bot works a few times. You guys are going to think I'm psycho, but like... Just a little bit of filtered water in there, ice. Drink. Did yours get altered? I forget which one yours was. I don't remember who requested what, so I'm not 100% sure. But there's a drink. What we need to start to make a pizza, the first thing that we're gonna need to begin prepping, as I roll up my fish scales here, we need to make the dough. We need to actually make the pizza base. I don't know if you guys were expecting me to like have like a pre-bought, like store-bought pizza base or not. I'm not entirely sure what you were expecting me to have. We're gonna move over to here because you'll be able to see. I've got another camera angled over here where you can kind of see where I'm doing stuff. I have a working space. I can even move my microphone over here a little bit so you can hear me a little bit better, but I've got a working space where I'll be doing all my work. You'll notice this is not a lot of space. You'll notice that this is a very tiny piece of space right next to my oven, right next to my stovetop. It's not a lot of space. I don't have a lot of space to work with. I've got a corner that you can't really use for chopping things because it's in the corner, so the microwave goes there. I got a place to dry my dishes. I got a sink, and and then I've got this. And then I've got this. I don't have a lot of space to work with. And where you guys are actually sitting right now, I'm using for my mouse, my keyboard, but also this is usually where I keep my spices and stuff anyway. So like if like parsley, I'm going to be using parsley later. I put parsley because I don't usually keep basil with me. So I put parsley in my pizza crust. Is that weird? I don't know, but it tastes all right. So we will be using that. Besides that, this is the pantry I was talking about. But we're gonna need flour. We're gonna need sugar. We're gonna need olive oil. Oh, the salt's not in there. The salt's over my spices. We're gonna need olive oil. We're gonna need some salt. There's my salt. And I already have the basil. I'm also going to do garlic powder in the crust. I am going to go ahead. You guys didn't request garlic clove on the pizza. I'll probably throw a garlic clove or two on the pizza. I think that's all I'm going to use for spices, though. Yeah, that's probably all I'm going to actually use. Yours was the hot fudge? Yes, yours is modified a little bit. Yours got altered a little bit. We'll get to that when we get to the pizza toppings. You'll see why. Seeing those dual screen space reminds me of those DS, 3DS Let's Plays. I don't really watch DS and 3DS Let's Plays, but I know what you're talking about because the screens are the dual screen. I kind of know what you're talking about. One's kind of like huge and one's kind of small. I know what you're talking about though. You're baking cookies tomorrow? That's actually one thing that I do want to do for Cooking with Mo in the future is like a baking with Mo, and we could like bake stuff, but I haven't done that. What do you think we will put on, or y'all put? What, like on your cookies? I mean, I love chocolate chip. You can't go wrong with a chocolate chip cookie. I think a lot of people sleep on the macadamia nut. If you like nuts in your cookies, that a lot of people sleep on the macadamia nut. But you can do any kind of nut in your cookie. Do like a pistachio or something, or a pecan or something. You can do it, dude. You can do anything with a cookie. You can put anything on it, dude. It's all just desserty. Sorry, not paying attention. Well, I don't know how to help you. Fire and Flames on Fortnite Festival, and he got 40 through Fire and Flame, like from Guitar Hero or whatever. Like, is it a Guitar Hero type thing? Because I know how cracked Weiss is at Clone Hero. So this doesn't surprise me at all. Yours is supposed to be a replacement for tomato sauce? Oh, we're not doing that. I do not have enough of that. I did not know that. I was asking for toppings, not bases, so I did not anticipate that for a base. We're gonna use tomato sauce for a base, and we are gonna add cheese, because obviously, you must, right? Got top 40 in the global leaderboard. Well, congratulations. That's crazy. I know he's cracked. We're also going to need a bowl. We're going to need a bowl for putting all of our stuff into. In fact, I'm going to rearrange my stuff just a little bit. This is going to go here. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. I'm going to need a few measurement things. I'm going to need... Is this my cup? I'm going to need a cup. Cup. I'm going to need a 3/4 cup. Where's my teaspoon at? Teaspoon! These are tablespoons. Are you a teaspoon? Are you? I got spoon. That's a half a tablespoon. Where's my teaspoon at? It's probably in my... Is it in my dishes here? I should have 2 teaspoons. I should have 2 of these. I don't know where the other one is, but I got one. I'm gonna need a couple of these things. I'm going to start with one. I'm gonna turn in my fins a little bit here. There we go. Into sport mode. Activate in sport mode. We're gonna make our dough. Hey, Racing Fan, yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Provolone cheese. We're gonna be using mozzarella. It's I've got 2 cheeses in the house. I got mozzarella and I have the teensiest bit of Monterey cheddar left in the house. So no, we won't be switching to provolone. If you wanted to suggest ingredients, you needed to do that ahead of time. I can't just birth ingredients out of me. We needed to do that ahead of time. We're gonna start with our flour. Our all-purpose. I'm just using all-purpose. You can use this to make dough, pizza, bread, whatever you want. I'm going to need to start with a cup in the bowl, but I'm going to need another cup shortly. So we'll do that. Let me get that guy out of the way. We got our bowl of dough. We're also going to need... We're also going to need yeast. I don't do the packets. It's more cost efficient to just literally get a thing of yeast. And if you don't know, if you're used to using packets of yeast, usually a packet is roughly 2 1/4 teaspoons. So 2 teaspoons and a little bit extra out of here instead of using a packet. We are going to need to do that. I need yeast so that our dough will rise. Throw that in there. Throw that in there, and just a skosh more will do us for yeast. Throw that back in the fridge so it doesn't get too warm. Heat kills yeast, so you don't want your yeast to get very hot. Mo wish he had a subspace storage pocket like the Transformers. I'm not really super duper familiar with the Transformers other than the cartoon that I used to watch when I was a kid. And the first, like, major, like, who made that? Michael Bay? Is that who made the first, like, the one with with Megan Fox in it that everyone remembers? I've seen that one, but that was like 1 billion years ago. When did that come out? 2008 or whatever? But yeah, I wish I could just teleport places. Like, if I could just teleport to the store right now, grab what I need, teleport back. Even in a shark costume, if I can teleport, there's no shame anymore, right? You've got a superpower. You know? Slices of pear. I don't have any pears, but I do have apples. We'll get to the toppings in a minute. You guys aren't excited enough about my dough. You guys aren't excited enough about the dough that I'm creating for you. I'm working very hard. We're gonna need... Oh. There's some yeast stuck in my... I did dishes earlier today. I don't know how good you guys are at keeping up with your dishes. I'm terrible about keeping up with my dishes. I think there's still a little bit of water in my teaspoon, so oopsie, I'm spilling sugar everywhere. I need a couple teaspoons of sugar, and by a couple, I mean literally 2. You can throw like a skosh in there, extra if you wanted. Actually, yes, I think, yeah, 2 teaspoons of sugar. I had to think about it for a second. I almost said, actually, maybe not that much, but it's actually salt. You don't even need a full teaspoon of salt. But I'm gonna give it, like, probably a full teaspoon here. There you go. Throw some salt in there. We're gonna actually need a tablespoon for our olive oil. I like to keep like a little dish on hand just to put like spoons and things if I think I'm gonna need them later. I don't know if I'm gonna need the tablespoon later, but it just kind of helps me keep everything a little bit clean. I'm gonna throw some 2 tablespoons oil in there. And then this can go on my little dish that I have over there. And then I'm not gonna measure these. I just kind of eyeball this because measuring these are just a pain in the absolute tuchus. But we're gonna throw some parsley in there. Normally you would do something like basil, but honestly, it's an herb. You can do whatever you want. Just parsley is what I'm doing. I got some garlic powder. That's gonna go in there to some degree, to taste. If you've done this a few times, you've got a better idea what you're doing. That is most of what we need. Now I need some warm but not hot water. Like I said, hot water will kill your yeast, but you don't want it to be cold either because you want your bread to rise. So some warm water. That's cold. Alrighty, I'm gonna need a stirring spoon. You can get in there with your hands at some point if you want, but in this early stage, you're just gonna make a mess if you do, so we're gonna use a stirring spoon. Teleporting is probably one of the most OP superpowers, not gonna lie. That's the one of all the typical ones where it's like, would you like strength or to fly, or teleportation is one of my go-to ones, but like time control, even super speed would be pretty useful in some instances, but teleporting would be really convenient. Would you rather have teleportation or time travel? Between the two, I guess I would go with time travel, because in that way you can kind of teleport. I can rewind time and walk anywhere I want and no time has actually changed hands, if that makes sense. Do you add vanilla extract to pizza dough? No. I've never heard of that. I know we bake a pizza, but I'm not making like a pizza cookie. I'm not like making a cookie pizza. You probably could though. I've never done that. I don't have any vanilla extract anyway. I don't do a lot of baking. I've got nutmeg and ground cinnamon. But I don't have any vanilla extract. Slowing down stopping time. Yeah, that would be amazing. I'd abuse the absolute crap out of time travel. MagicMan dough yet? A MagicMan dough! You know what else rhymes with dough? Joe Mama? More like dough mama, am I right? So what we're gonna do is I'm going to add my warm but not hot water in here, and we are going to give this a stir, and then you remember that second cup of flour that we started with? We're gonna start adding that slowly in here as I stir. This is gonna take a little bit of time. You don't want to add it in too much at once or it like gets a little bit too dry. This is going to take a bit of work. It's actually looking maybe a little bit dry now already. I'm going to stir this, and what we're probably going to end up doing is adding like a skosh more water. Just a skosh. It doesn't take much, but it does take quite a bit of stirring. You're trying to get it to, it's at this point, it might not look like it in the bowl. It might not look like it. But at this point, it is still a bit sticky to the touch, and it will cling to your fingers. And basically what that means is it will cling to itself after stirring for a bit of time. Yeah, I think we are going to need a skosh more water. I always start with 3/4 of a cup. That's what that orange cup was that I poured in here. The orange one was a 3/4 cup. I always start with that so that you don't overdo the water, because I can always add a bit of the water, but once it's in there, I can't remove the water. Although if you do ever add too much water, you can just add more flour. But at some point, you won't have enough yeast, sugar, salt, all the rest of it. At some point, you will do too much. So you want to be careful, but you can just add some more stuff. We're going to throw in a little extra water. Just a little bit. I'm stirring kind of wildly. I keep throwing some out of the bowl here. There we go. And at some point, what I'm going to start doing is like folding some of this extra stuff into the dough, if that makes sense. And I'm going to try to create a ball out of it. It's a little dry, it's a little bit on the dry side, but you want it a little bit on the dry side because we're gonna add more olive oil in just a little bit. It's gonna be like a drizzle. It's not gonna be like the 2 tablespoons like I did before, but we are gonna drizzle more on there and roll basically the ball around in it. You'll see recipes online will ask you to basically move your dough ball into a new bowl. We're not gonna do that. I like to use as few dishes as I reasonably can. And so I like to do things in one bowl or one pot or whatever, if absolutely possible. Again, I don't have a lot of kitchen space, you know, I don't have a lot of room, I don't keep a lot of stuff, you know, I make do with what I have. And there's some recipes you'll see online that really treat you like you must have like $1 million kitchen or something. Like, I swear some of these like bloggers and stuff must have like crazy kitchens, and it's like, dude, I can't do what you're doing. I don't have that kind of kitchen. I got a little kitchen, I got little equipment. Like I said, you can handle this with your hands a little bit now that I've got it kind of balled up. There we go, that's feeling pretty good. That's feeling nice. That's feeling like dough in my hands. That's feeling like dough. We're gonna throw in a splash more of olive oil. And what I'm literally gonna do with that is get the bowl and the ball nice and oiled up. You spin my dough right round, like a dough ball, baby, right round, round. Nice. See, you got this nice ball of dough. You like my ball? You like my dough ball? Do you like what you see? Does this please you, Mr. Krabs? All right, we got a nice ball of dough. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that oil off my hands. I got oily hands. Can you guys see my towel? It's a snowman. Actually, I don't even know. Do I have a fall towel right now? No. I could have had my pig. These are all from my parents' house, by the way. I didn't buy these, but I've got a pig. I've got a snowman. I think I've got something else in the bathroom right now. I don't even remember what it is, but I have multiple towels. What we're gonna do, you'll see some recipes ask you to then saran wrap the top of your bowl, but I think that's a lot of waste. I don't like wasting saran wrap, so what I'm gonna do is I like this towel for this job because it's big enough for the bowl. I'm gonna damp this towel and wrap it over the top of the bowl, and that will keep the air in, but also offer a little bit of moisture while we proof the bread. That's what we're gonna do next. Then proof the dough. Now, I'm gonna also start preheating the oven. This towel's gonna go right over the bowl, right? Go right over. This is what I mean. Like, I just literally right over the top of the bowl. I'm gonna set the oven to preheating at 400. I'm gonna move my drink off the stovetop because the stovetop will get warm. I'll move my dish as well. Like I said, it will get a little warm. And we're gonna actually that's actually what we're counting on. We're counting on the stove top getting warm as I'm preheating it, because to proof the dough, I need it to rise. And it's gonna rise for the next half hour. Sometimes you can let it go longer. Ideally what we want is that ball of dough to double in size, roughly. And then we'll pop it basically and start kneading the dough into our pizza crust, our pizza dough. Is the thumbnail AI? I don't think so. Maybe. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't AI generate it. I used a what do you call it? Like a stock photo site. But there are a lot of AI images on stock photo sites now. So I didn't generate it. It might be AI. I I didn't really look very hard, I'll be honest with you. So I don't even know. the fish symbol on top of the pizza box, I'm pretty sure isn't. I'm pretty sure that's just a graphic. The pizza box image underneath it, I don't think it's a real picture. I think it's a graphic, but I don't know if that was handmade by a person or if that was AI. It could be either, I'll be honest with you. And I actually don't know. It's getting harder and harder for me to tell when something's AI versus someone just is a graphic artist. It's getting harder and harder for I'm old. I'm old. I can't always tell. I didn't generate it though. If that answers your question, I'm not entirely sure. Thanks for the quote. It feels like I have dough in my hands. You're welcome. When I said hot fudge, did you think like brownie or chocolate sauce? I imagined the sort of hot fudge that you would get on a hot fudge sundae is what I thought you meant, and I don't have that. I didn't go get that. I am going to tell you what toppings we're going to be using now, because now that we're waiting on our dough to rise, we're going to go through our toppings. Pizza dough balls are pretty tasty, especially the Domino's here. I haven't had Domino's in a while because pretty much all the pizzas I eat now are either frozen from like a grocery store or I make them here at home, which is why I wanted to do pizza for this Cooking with Mo, because I actually have been home making my own pizzas. So I don't really get delivery or takeaway pizza anymore. It's actually hard to find a sit-down pizza restaurant anymore. There's a couple around here, but there's so many pizza restaurants that are doing the Domino's delivery thing or just takeaway. Like all the Pizza Huts here, you can't even sit in them anymore. They're all takeaway or Uber Eats or whatever. It's kind of sad. We do have a Papa. Which one? What do they call it? Papa something. Papa John's is the better ingredients, better pizza, right? Papa John. Not that one. Something else. Papa something else. We have a Papa something else. And the name is eluding me. I can't think of what it is. But they literally in store, you go in and order your pizza kind of Subway style. You tell them what you want on your pizza. But they prep it for you. They don't bake it for you. And then they wrap it up and give it to you. You can bake it when you get home. So that's like a whole different concept if you want to do that. I don't remember what the heck they're called. But yeah, it's hard to find sit-down places anymore. And if I'm going to be eating pizza just at home, I'd rather just swing by the store and grab a frozen one or make one here at home, you know? That's kind of what I do. Is BotBoyBerry your Nightbot? It is a bot, but it's not Nightbot. Nightbot is a specific bot, but this one is not Nightbot. But it is a bot. BotBoyBerry is a bot, correct. You can try to talk to him all you like. He won't respond because he doesn't understand you. Unless you want to do 8-ball. You can do it like exclamation 8-ball, I think. Like the number 8 and ball. And I think you can ask it questions and it'll answer. You can do that if you want. Stuff like Pinterest has a lot of AI stuff nowadays. I found it hard to look for inspiration for my art class from last year. It's so hard because even when you're trying to like look up, you're trying to like Google like real images. You're trying to look up real, like I want actual inspiration of reality or nature or whatever. And all you get is AI crap. It's so hard to just look up real stuff now because the first things are AI. It's so annoying. I hate the direction we're going for right now on the internet with AI nonsense. I hate the direction we're going. I don't know what to do about it, but... Is the Sonic song in the background going for a while? Oh, I don't even have my earbuds in. I have no idea. What is playing right now? Let me check. Maybe it's on loop or something. Let me check. If it's playing like the same song like over and over and over again or whatever, we can fix that. I think it does really like to play some of the same songs over and over. Have you heard this one yet? Has it played this one before? Here, this one I don't think we've played at all. Here, we'll go here and just see what happens. We'll go from there. Yeah, let me know if the music starts doing funny, because when I'm walking back and forth, I don't have any earbuds in, so let me know if the music's doing something stupid and we'll fix it. I wanted there to just be a little bit of background music for you guys, so it's not just me in my echoey room, but, you know, if it's going to be a pain in the butt, we'll do something about it. Papa something else pizza restaurant, Keck W. It's Papa something, but it's not the Papa John. I'll have to look it up now. Hang on. Hold on. I have the technology. We're literally waiting on my pizza dough. I'm going to show you guys the ingredients we're going to be putting on top of it here in a moment. But we're literally waiting on my pizza dough, so I might as well just look it up, right? I think it's Papa's something. Imagine it's not. Imagine it's just like Steven's Pizza or something. Murphy's. Papa Murphy's. You guys know Papa Murphy's? Take and bake? I don't know how widespread Papa Murphy's is. Papa Murphy's is what I was trying to what I was talking about. They literally make up the pizza for you, but they don't bake it there. Then you take it home. You can bake it at home whenever you want. It's really good if you think that you want to have stuff made up for later. You can throw them in the freezer, and it's like, oh, I want to make up some pizzas for the weekend or something like that, but I don't want to have to go out the weekend, so I can go pick up some pizzas Thursday, Friday, or whatever, throw them in the freezer, and then I can actually bake them over the week. Whatever, you know, they don't actually bake them there. They just make them for you ahead of time. Is it Papa Murphy? Yes! Yes, Papa Murphy's. They make good pizza. I haven't had Papa Murphy's in a long time now, because again, I just basically buy frozen at the store and make them at home. I haven't had Papa Murphy's in a long time, but when I was getting Papa Murphy's, they make good pizza, so I liked them back when I was eating them. I don't know about now, but they're still around, so they must be doing something right? The Domino's you went to didn't even have chairs or tables. Right, that's because they're all like takeaway and delivery. Domino's like pretty much was never a sit-down restaurant. They really, and sometimes you'll find a Domino with like a table and like a set of chairs or what, like maybe one, right? I knew a Little Caesars that was like that literally had, in case you needed it, one table and 2 chairs. And that's it. It's like it's takeaway or delivery. They don't normally have they don't have dine-in. They don't have a waiter, you know. And Domino's was that way from the get-go. They were never a dine-in pizza restaurant. They really doubled down on specifically delivery. Not even takeaway. Their whole shtick was delivery. They were the whole like your pizza in 30 minutes or it's free. They're the ones that like invented that slogan. They don't do that now, but that's what they used to do. They had to stop doing the in 30 minutes or it's free campaign because they had too many drivers get into accidents because they were like trying to get to their destination in time. God, what legends. Those old Domino's delivery drivers in like 2005. There was no such thing as Google Maps yet back then, by the way. You couldn't just get in your car and GPS the address. If you didn't know, you had to either know your city's streets, you had to know that, or you had to have a physical map in your car, and they had to be able, like, it was your pizza in 30 minutes. It would take them, like, 15 minutes to actually bake the darn pizza, then in 15 minutes get to your house without, like, a GPS. Legends, all of them. That was what they really focused on. Erica, welcome to the stream. Papa's Sharkeria. Indeed, welcome to the Sharkeria. We're talking about Domino's. We just made our dough ball. For anyone that's just now joining us, I've got my bowl. You can't see through it right now. I got my bowl with our pizza dough. Our homemade pizza dough is rising right now. It's proofing. It'll be ready in another, oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention to time. It'll be ready in like another 20 minutes or something like that. I'll start showing you guys the toppings that we're going to be using. Normally, at this point, while I'm waiting on the dough to proof, I would start prepping my other ingredients. Like, if I need to pre-cook, like if I'm making like chicken or sausage or something like that, I can start doing that. So this is a great time to start prepping your toppings as while you're waiting on your dough to get ready. And that's what we're about to do. But we're talking about like Domino's and stuff. Domino's was always all about delivery. And now a lot of pizza chains, because Domino's is so popular, a lot of pizza chains are copying them, basically. Why can't AI be like Navis from Mega Man? Oh, Mega Man Battle Network. I don't know a lot about Mega Man. I know a little bit about Mega Man, but if you start getting super detailed, you'll lose me. I know a little bit about Mega Man. I loved Mega Man X Command Mission for the PlayStation 2 back in the day. That was the shiz. Pizza Hut still has chairs. Depends on what Pizza Hut you go to. All the Pizza Huts near me now no longer do. They're all takeaway. There's no chairs, no tables. It's all takeaway. Takeaway or delivery. And they don't even do their own delivery. It's Uber Eats or whatever. It's really sad. I'm really sad. Dude, all the Pizza Huts here used to be dine-in, and they had buffet, and they used to be awesome and amazing, and now they all suck. All the ones that I used to go to are just straight up closed, and the only ones that are open are takeaway or delivery, and it makes me so sad. Around here, anyway. Can you get a pizza from North Dakota for free? I don't know. I don't know where you're from. I don't know where you're at, but probably not. Even Domino's charges you between $4 and $7 for delivery now, depending. I think it's a $5 delivery charge here. It used to not be that way, but some places are a little bit more expensive, especially in bigger cities. What are we yapping about? Pizza. Imagine if anchovies didn't get on the pizza, LMAO. We had a lot of requests for anchovies and sardines. I love seeing a shark making pizza. Good, because that's what we're doing. 8-ball, am I a homo? Yes? It's not net navis, it's pronounced net navis? Navis? Yeah, I don't remember. I couldn't tell you what that even is. I know a little bit about Mega Man, but I think you're in the range where I don't know. All right, let's start showing you the ingredients. Let's start showing you what I've got going on. I will need flour later, but I'm going to go ahead and put away some of the stuff we don't need anymore. I don't need my parsley anymore. We don't need my salt anymore. I don't think we're going to be salting anything. I don't need my garlic powder anymore. We might throw, like I said, we might throw a couple garlic cloves. I will need my olive oil later. I don't need my sugar anymore. Sugar. And we probably don't need any of my measuring cups anymore. I'm trying to think, is there anything I needed a measuring cup for right now? I don't think so. So that can go right there for now. It's within arm's reach in case I do need something, but I don't think so. Oh, it's on a separate timeline anyway. Well, like that's kind of like I was saying with Mega Man X Command Mission. I don't think it's on the same timeline and canon as like the 2D games. But I also don't know where. When is the last Mega Man video game? When was the last one made? When did the last one come out? I feel like it's been a while, right? Or maybe I'm just not aware of it. When was the last one even? The ingredients we're gonna be using today. I've got most of them in the refrigerator just because I just needed to get them out of the way, but they didn't need to be refrigerated. For starters, of course, everybody's been requesting, everybody's been asking. I didn't buy very much. In hindsight, I was being very dumb. I was at the store and I was in a bit of a hurry. I didn't buy very much. But I do have... Now that I'm holding it, it's like I should have bought more. That's my bad. That's my bad, friends. But we've got our sardines. We've got sardines because people were asking for sardines. I got a tin of sardines. I've also never had sardines, so I don't know if I like them even. But we've got sardines, and we've got our anchovies, a smaller tin of anchovies. I've also never had anchovies. Don't know if I like them. I probably should have bought more for our pizza. But also, I've never had them, so maybe I hate them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting into. Hey, French Fry, welcome to the stream. When did Sharks start making pizza? Today. Today, Sharks take the pizza world by storm. The last one was 2018 for the 30th anniversary, if you even count that, right? Mega Man 11. Wow. The next ingredient we have, I see the shark gummies here. Okay, shark gummies had to be altered. the store I went to for shark gummies on the app that I use to like make my list has shark gummies listed. They have them listed. I went to where they were listed to. They didn't have any. I looked high. I looked low. I asked. They didn't have them. But they were they were supposed to have them. So no shark gummies. I failed you guys in the shark gummy department, which is disappointing, and I know. I wanted to keep the essence of that alive. You heard. I tried. I really did. I really did try. So to keep the idea alive, I know it's not the same, but I do have a bag of Swedish fish. I do have, I'm just now realizing that this is all in reverse, but on the camera. I do have a bag of Swedish fish. They're still gummies. They're still fish. They're just not sharks. So I did I did what I could, guys. They advertised that they had shark gummies, guy. I went to where they were supposed to be, and they weren't there. So I looked in other places. I went up and down the candy aisles. I went up and down the snack aisles. I searched high. I searched low. No shark gummies, but on the app, it's like shark gummies. It's supposed to come in a little box. None. I looked. They had worms. They had bears. They had various fruits. They had Swedish fish, but no sharks. I tried. I tried. We also had a request to go with I think with the anchovies. I forget who requested it. We also had a request for, this is, sun-dried tomatoes are too expensive, guys, but I did it for you. I did this for, sun-dried tomatoes aren't bad. Sun-dried tomatoes are too expensive, but I did it for you guys. I've got some sun-dried tomatoes that we will be adding. We've also got a freaking pineapple that is not pre-cut. We have to cut this. We have to cut this MFR. We have a whole we have a whole freaking pineapple. It's not pre-cut. I didn't get shark gummies, but I'm going the extra mile for you guys. We're gonna cut a pineapple live on TV. And I've never done it before. I've never cut my own pineapple before. I was like, what the? I've still got the tag on it, as you can see. I didn't realize they came with a tag, but I've got a pineapple. And we're not gonna use the entire bag. I've got apple slices. We got apples. I have to slice my own apples as well. I don't know what kind of apples these are, guys. I was going to get Fuji apples because I like kind of like, you know, Fiji or something. I was gonna get some apples. There was a few different apples on sale. Red Delicious was on sale. Fuji was on sale. Granny Smith was on sale. But this whole bag was in the like clearance produce section, and I'm like, well, shucks, I can get this whole bag for $1. It's probably all like rotten. It's probably all bad. But this whole bag was $1, so I've got apples of, I don't know what kind they are. Oh, this one says Fuji. Okay, this one is a Fuji apple. So that was what I was actually gonna buy. This one's, oh, actually I do. This one's a pink lady. Actually, you know what? I'll open the bag and we can decide what apple we're doing. Actually, this one does not even have a sticker at all, so I can't tell. But I've got apples that we're gonna slice. Put Granny Smith. I don't think any of those apples are the Granny Smith. Granny Smith are like all green, and none of those are like all green. So I don't think we have Granny Smith, but. Austin, welcome to the stream. Don't cut SpongeBob's house. We're gonna cut up SpongeBob's house. SpongeBob's house is not gonna survive. No, please, you don't have to do this. I must. This shark must do it. We're putting pineapple on pizza, baby. Sponge Boy, someone's putting your house on a pizza. Sponge Boy. Who here likes and dislikes pineapple on pizza? I eat it. Your dad does? I'm basically a childless father, so I'm kind of like your dad, so. It's gonna be the best pizza ever. This is gonna be the wackest pizza ever. No, don't do it. And then, I didn't get hot fudge, but I do have, I forgot about the hot fudge, okay? Listen, hear me out. I told you guys at the beginning of the stream that part of the reason that we started the stream late was because I had a really late lunch with my mom. Bless her, had lunch with her, we talked, great time. We went to Outback, and they had, this stream is now sponsored by Outback, I'm just kidding. We went to Outback, and they have this like 3-course Aussie meal, whatever the heck they call it. You get like a salad or whatever, and then your entree and a side, and then you get dessert. And their dessert, unless you upgrade, your dessert is a slice of cheesecake. And I have that cheesecake. I brought it home with me. And I got, for you, I did this for you. All right, I know it's not the same as, I can't even open this stupid thing. I know it's not the same as hot fudge, but I got the chocolate covering. I got the chocolate topping for the cheesecake on the side So I'm gonna warm that up, and this can go on the pizza. It is chocolate. I don't think it's fudge. It's chocolate that was supposed to go on a cheesecake. We're gonna put it on our pizza. So I did it for you. I did it for you. All right, so we're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna put the actual cheesecake away. When I do actually eat the actual cheesecake later, probably not even today, it's probably gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be a really plain cheesecake because I'm gonna have like no topping for it, but we're gonna have the craziest pizza of all time. I'll leave. There's the chocolate. That can go right there for now. Put the cake on there. Put the cake on the pizza. I don't even know what that would. I don't even know what that would do. I don't even know what that would do. I don't even know how that would work. Cheesecake for dessert. Yeah, we could have the cheesecake in theory for dessert. We could. We could. I don't really know how hungry I'm going to be for it. Probably not. Like I said, we had a late lunch. I was explaining this at the beginning of the stream. I had a really late lunch, so I'm really honestly not that hungry. So I will eat at least one slice of whatever we make, because we have to. And don't worry, nothing's getting thrown away. It's just anything I don't eat will be saved for tomorrow. But I don't know how hungry I'm going to actually be by the time this cake is actually done. Or pizza is done, not this cake. If it's only the chocolate, then yeah, on the pizza as like a topping. If we want to, we can also, like, I know it's not the same as chocolate, but I have honey. We can do like a honey drizzle over the pizza, I guess. I know that's not chocolate, but it's sweet. We can do that if we want to kind of dessertify this pizza. You had chocolate soda yesterday? That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. What didn't make it? That's everything, actually. That's everything. The only thing that didn't make it, there's only one thing. We had two modifications, was the shark gummies became Swedish fish, and the fudge became this chocolate. Those were the two modifications. The only thing that didn't actually make it was shark berries. We don't have that here. And I didn't know what to replace it with. So we don't have shark berries, whatever those are. But we do have all of this stuff. So there's only the one thing that didn't actually make it. I did a Google for shark berries. I think there's a thing that goes by that name, but we don't have that here. Dude, like, I don't even know, man. What did you ask of? Will the pizza be tasty? Dude, no one knows. Idea, add cheesecake on there. Oh boy. They don't even exist. I think if you Google shark maybe not. Maybe I was being trolled. If you Google it, I think there's something that goes by it, or maybe just freaking, I don't know, maybe the AI description was trying to help me. I don't know. Regardless, I did do a quick search on that app I was talking about, the grocery store I go to. I did a quick search for shark berries. Got nothing. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this information. So we don't have any of that, but we do have pineapple and apples and sun-dried tomatoes. So I feel like fruit and vegetables pretty well covered. And then we got anchovies and sardines, and for some godforsaken reason, Swedish fish, which would have been shark gummies, which would have made sense, which would have been great, but what are you gonna do? And we've got chocolate. So anyway, let's start preparing a few things. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Let me put that over there. That can go over there, right next to the camera. You know, there's no way that that's gonna go horribly wrong. That can go there. The pineapple can go there. Let us open up this bag. I don't have scissors immediately in front of me, so we're gonna use a knife because I'm gangster like that. Let's see what we've got. We've got, this one is a Fuji apple. We gotta decide what apple we're slicing. I assume we're gonna slice like one apple. We got a Fuji apple. We've got a, we have no idea. That's a mystery apple, but it looks like the Fuji one, so I think that's another Fuji. This guy is a Jazz? USA Jazz? Possibly a Jazz apple? Can you guys see that? Is that on screen? Where's my apple? You can't even see that. I'm sorry. There you go. I got a Fuji apple. I got a Jazz apple. I don't know what a Jazz apple is. That might be the name of a brand. I don't even know. This one says Sugar Bee on it. I don't know what a Sugar Bee is. Again, this was on clearance. None of these, all these apples might be disgusting. Okay, this is another Fuji apple. We got a lot of Fuji apples. Ooh, this one's kind of It's not squishy yet, but it's going to be. This one's going bad. Again, there's the whole bag for $1 though. What are you gonna what are you gonna do? This one's a pink lady. So we've got Fuji. We've got what I say. We got Jazz, Sugar Bee, which looks a lot like a Fuji, but it is more red. And we've got Pink Lady. What apple are we thinking? What are we feeling? What are we feeling? One of those? Two of those? How many apples do you put on a pizza? What are we thinking? Pink Lady? You want to do Pink Lady? I keep moving it towards the camera, but you guys can't see that. Are we thinking Pink Lady? Here, let me do... That's the lineup. So, Pink Lady? All of them? That's a lot of apples on a pizza. We can, I feel like we can probably do 2 apples. Do we want to do 2? I've only got the one Pink Lady. Do we want to do another one? Which apple should... 8-Ball doesn't... 8-Ball doesn't answer questions. It's not AI. It gives you yes or no answers. Villain, welcome to the stream. Why are you putting apples on a pizza one? On a pizza? It was requested. It was requested as a topping. I asked people ahead of time, and this is one of the things. The yellow one, do we want to do the Fuji? Apparently, I've got several Fuji. Can we do a regular in Pink Lady? What is a regular apple? There's a billion. I don't know if you know this. Google how many different kinds of apples there are. Google that sometime. It will blow your mind. It's like hundreds. It's ridiculous. This one is the most red-looking one. It says Jazz on the sticker. Sorry, I can't find that. It says Jazz. Do we want to do the red one? It's not just red. It's got some yellow and green in it, but that's the reddest one. We can do that. I don't have Honeycrisp. This was a mystery bag. This was a mystery bag for $1. Like, so. Jazz and Pink Lady. All right, that sounds like a plan. I'll throw the other ones in the refrigerator. If I slice these apples up and it feels like we need more, then we can slice it. We can. Man down. That's fine because we're gonna wash these before we slice them up anyway. But if we decide we need more, I can slice another. It is possible. I don't think we need the whole bag. I'll have to put that in the crisper later. By the way, I do have onions in the house. We can add onion to the pizza, but no one asked for onion. I'm just throwing that out there if we want to. We also need a chopping board, a cutting board. This is the only one I have. The last one that I had is broken, but this is the one that I have. It's little because I have very little space. See how that works? I have very little space, so I've got a little cutting board. Let's get these stickers off these guys and give them a quick little rinse because I don't know. I don't know who's been handling these apples. I don't know who's been licking these in the stores. Give these guys a little rinse. Just a little rinse is good for getting off any, depending on where you get your produce. Like if you're getting it fresh, it gets any of the dirt off. If you're getting it shipped, then sometimes they have wax on them. Like it's food wax, so it's safe to eat, but you don't want to if you can help it. So you rinse the wax off, and then just any other debris. So like giving your produce a rinse is usually a pretty good idea. Eat the stickers? I'm sure I could. Physically, I think I'd survive, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Oh, hey, welcome back, Ashton. Why would he add cheesecake? Because I have cheesecake. Maybe you weren't here for that. Put the stickers on the... I already threw them away. They're gone now. They're gone now. They're gone. I'm not diving back in for them. It's too late. Put the stickers on my onesie. That would have been an option. We could have done that. All right. We need to get to slicing these apples and pineapple. We need to get to slicing these. but I'm also needing to refill my cup. Guys, you know, it's dinner, it's pizza time. Normally, pizza, you gotta have like a soda pop or beer for pizza, but we're being really boring, slightly more health conscious. We're just doing rum and water, just watering down some rum. It's rum and Coke would be fantastic, but I'm trying to cut back on my soda consumption. I mean, I'm old now. Getting old sucks. Just don't do it. Just stay young forever. All right, let's cut this thing open. For apples, I don't know. How do you cut your apples? I should probably like core it. Should I play the Red Dead Redemption finger game real quick? You start seeing me like stabbing a knife at my hand, and you get that little message underneath the YouTube that says like, this is usually like on TikTok and stuff. It's like dangerous activities performed by a professional. Meanwhile, you're watching some video that is like home footage of like a security camera. It's like these were not done by a professional. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this stem out of here. How do you guys? I am a weirdo. I don't know how you guys cut your apples. I'm gonna do something probably fairly strange. I like taking off the tops and bottoms of round produce so that they don't wiggle on me. I don't know what you guys do. This is my strategy. I'm not too worried about cores and seeds. They can come out whenever they come out. I don't know what you guys do. You're welcome to judge me if you want. Like I'm not even gonna pretend like this is normal. I don't even know. Like, so I've got like seeds and stuff in here. I'm not too worried about them though. What I'm more worried about is this green core guy. I literally don't care about seeds. They can stay in there for all I care. Never been concerned about apple seeds. Aren't apple seeds supposed to have like a poison in them? Aren't apple seeds, again, you have to have like a billion of them? You have to have like a billion of them, but like, aren't apple seeds technically poisonous? Like, technically? That guy looks okay. There we go. I don't want that piece. This is the weirdest way to do apples of all time. The thing is, though, I'm not a professional chef, and the important thing is to always be mindful when you have a knife that you're not going to cut yourself. You shouldn't be. I probably have my fingers in a really bad position, but yeah, you just got to be mindful. If you're not cutting yourself and your food is getting cut, you're doing it the way you need to. You know what I mean? The important thing is that the job is done. There we go. Fantastic. I don't need these. These are the hard bits, the hardcore bits. I think I might have got pretty much all the seeds out too. If you see me walking around, it's because my trash can is on the other end. Put the apple seeds on the pizza. You can, if you want to do stuff with the seeds of pretty much any produce, you can regrow a lot of produce. You can keep your seeds. You can like put them in a paper towel and try to regrow them, or you can try to lay them out and dry them out, and you can use them as like a seasoning on stuff. You can use your seeds for something like that. Cyanide is in them. Yeah, I was gonna say they have something in them. You have to have a lot of them. Like eating one apple seed is not gonna hurt you. Eating 1,000, why don't you move the rubbish bin? Because I don't wanna. Because. So, I have a case of something. I don't know what's mentally wrong. If I move the trash can from where it is now, if I put it right next to me, And I know this because I've done this. If I move it right next to me, you know what's gonna happen? If I have trash in my hand, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk around the corner, see that the trash can is not over there, walk back, and then dump it. I have the case of that. I have a case of whatever that is. I have a case of if I move it, I'm still gonna walk over there. Like, I'm still gonna be now here, how do we want to do slices of apple on a pizza? Do we want chunks? Do we want slices? Like, do we want to do, like, when we say apple slices on a pizza, do we want slices like that? Or do we want to do, like, chunkies? I feel like we want to do slices, right? Because then we can kind of, like, spread them out, kind of like pepperoni slices or something. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking slice them thin. I don't even know if an apple would be good for this, but I don't own a mandolin for slicing, so we're not gonna do that for sure. But I'm thinking slice the apples thin for a pizza, right? Hang on, let's give them. There we go. Right? That's what I'm thinking, right? They're probably not super thin, but I'm not. Again, like, what am I? Gordon Ramsay? I'm gonna do, just to get these guys out of my way, I want to throw them in a bowl, just so I have some place to put them. Because like I said, I don't have a lot of room. Yeah, right? Makes sense, right? Apple slices aren't that thin, but we're putting them on a pizza, right? We want them to be done. Like normally, normally if you do apple slices, you're gonna do like if you're just eating apple, you're gonna do that, right? You're gonna have like ginormo slices. But if we're gonna do a pizza, oh, that's good. Put those on, like the big ones? All right, chat, come on. What are we doing, chat? Should we do thin? Oh, I just wanna eat the apple now. Should we do thin? Or should we do thick? I think thin would work better. What are we thinking? Acid jazz evening. I know what acid jazz is. Acid jazz is sick. I'm a fan of acid jazz. Always have been. Hey, thank you for following, Alonzi. Or Alonzoxy, rather. Put lemonade in the dough. I don't have lemonade. I do have lemon concentrate, but the dough is done, guys. It's too late to add stuff to the dough. It's too late. Like, anything I add to it now is not going to actually be incorporated. It'll just sit there on top. Yeah, it's a bot. I'm not gonna deal with it right now. It is what it is. I'm getting. Villain says thin. Ashton says thin. I'm getting a tie here. I'm gonna eat another slice. That's actually pretty good. I'll leave that one thick. Some of them are thicker than others because I'm just kind of doing this quick. Like, these are kind of thick. Like, they're not super thin. They're not like mandolin thin. If that makes you feel better. I mean, I could do a mix. I guess some of them could be thin and some of them could be thick. Like this. I could do some. I feel like this is going to be... the problem is, I think the really big ones aren't going to bake very well. And it's just going to literally be... like, just a giant... just a chunk of apple on there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna... I don't know. I mean, I get that that's probably funnier. But I don't think it's not gonna be gross. It's just gonna be like, you know, if you had an actually already done pizza and you just put an apple on top of it. That's what I mean. I don't think it's gonna bake very well. That's my concern is that it's not gonna bake. So it's like, I might as well just put an apple on top of an already baked pizza. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this one cuts like butter, dude. Dude, this apple, the red one, oh, that cuts. That cuts like it's nothing. That cuts like it's air. All right, we'll do this one like... I goobered that one. That's okay, these are gonna go. Right there, I got a big old mound of apple slices now. That's too many. Am I making a pizza or a frickin' apple pie? Now, pineapple. I've never cut an actual pineapple before. Just a whole frickin' pine. I've never cut one before. Hey Ashton, thanks for following me on Kick. Don't cut it. I think I have to. I think I have to. I don't think the outside is edible. I don't know. I don't even know if the outside is edible. So I think this guy. I think this is the knife. I think this is the move. I mean, it's either that or... The psycho knife that I always keep in my streams. I don't think this is the knife that we want to do. This is more for like, yeah. This is more for like chopping or stabbing. Yeah. I think what we probably want though. Do you guys love how I just like fling knives around? Is this a hazard? I feel like the serrated knife is the way to go though. I feel like the serrated one is the way to go. This one, I think this is too flimsy, I think. So I don't think we're gonna be using that. I feel like, hi-ya! That's me just stabbing a pineapple. This is not my dominant hand. No, don't cut it. Cha! I'm just playing with knives now. Knife! No, we have to cut it. Jokes aside, we have to cut it. Like, there's no, you can't eat this otherwise. So the top needs to come off. Should I do something with the top? Like look at that, it's beautiful. You know what's crazy about pineapple? Fun fact about pineapples. Back in like the Renaissance, maybe it was medieval, but I think it was after medieval. It's like the Renaissance or something. Pineapples used to be so prohibitively expensive to get because you had to ship them by boat for months to like arrive. So in like Renaissance England, one pineapple would be like, in today's currency, like thousands and thousands of dollars. Like prohibitively expensive. Like they didn't eat them. They used them as decoration until they rotted because they were so expensive. Now, in 2025 in America, this whole pineapple is $3. Royalty used to use pineapple as decoration because it was so expensive and so exotic that most people had never seen one in their life. Now I can go to the grocery store and buy one for $3. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey Gloria, welcome to the stream. Dual wield the knives like Fruit Ninja. Like that. I think we need to take off the butt too, because the butt's pretty gross. You guys want to see my pineapple butt? The butt's kind of gross, so I think that's got to come off too. Sure. Now pineapple's got like a crazy core running down the middle of it, so I think we got to somehow do something about that. I'm not entirely. I don't know. I've never done this before. I think we got to do something with that. Let me get rid of these shavings that I already have. Let me get rid of those real quick. Again, you're right. I should move the rubbish bin, but I know that if I do, I know if I do, I'm just not gonna remember. Put it like that. Don't. It's not possible. I can't make a pizza by just slapping this on top. Like, it won't bake. The pizza's gonna be in the oven for like 20 minutes. That won't bake in 20. It won't do. It'll just be a pineapple. We want slices. I wonder what you're gonna do with that pineapple. It's gonna go on a pizza. Do I quarter this thing to take the core out? Like, there's a core, like, you can tell there's a core in this thing. Oh, it sounds, well, that's a fun sound. I don't know what it sounds like on stream, but it's fun. It sounds almost like it's hollow. Do I stab in there and take the thing out, or do I quarter it and peel it out? I think quartering it, right? I think we quartered? I don't know. This is new to me. This is a new life experience for me. All right, this is in half. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it smells like pineapple. Anybody want to get pineapple high with me? What's that song? I'm not just being weird. But what is it? Watermelon sugar high. Replace watermelon with pineapple. Watermelon sugar high. This is pineapple sugar high. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just being weird. I'm not. I know I'm weird, but like I'm not just being weird. Should I? I mean, okay. So I've got a quarter here, but I gotta get the outside out. Like I gotta get the outside off. I should not be just slapping a knife around, but I gotta get that off somehow, right? So I guess I can go from the inside and scoop, or I can go from the outside and take a... I probably should have done that before I cut it in half. When the whole thing was still together, I probably should have just cut... We're learning. We are learning, ladies and gentlemen. So I think what we're gonna do is slip this guy here. That guy can go there. I think because I've done it this way, I think the best thing I can do is scoop. Like I'm like skinning a fish or something, right? Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Right? I don't know. Oh, that's going through. Alright, hang on. So that's like a skin. I've got most of you off. I've had pineapple. I've never had to cut my own pineapple. This is bizarre. But I also didn't want to look it up. I wanted to do this live for you guys so you could understand the struggle. I think that's a part of the joy. I don't know. Are these bad to eat? These little like pineapple eyes? Are those bad? Should I cut those out or should we eat those? Dude, this is a juicy pineapple. My hands are wet. Here, let's slice off a little bit for ourselves, yeah? That's a pineapple, baby. Let's get a plate. The best part about waking up is pineapple in your cup. Let's get a plate just to have some place to put our pineapple. That can go there. And like is the outside edible? I don't think I should eat that. I don't think I should eat the outside. I think that's a bad idea. I don't know. It feels like it's a bad idea. I don't know what to tell you. It feels like you shouldn't. It feels like something that you should not do. It feels illegal. We're gonna do that. Get that piece off right there. I don't know. Like, what if I do... Go down? No. Yeah, I should have probably done this. Okay. We're learning. I don't want to waste too much pineapple, so I want to get as much of just the skin and not the pineapple as possible. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, if I had bought, like, a can of pineapple, it would have been, like, more expensive. So it's like, no matter what I do, this is still better. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty good. Other than, I don't know if I should eat those parts. I don't know. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. There you go. That guy can go right there. This has some pineapple flesh in it. Like, there's some pineapple in here that I think is good. You know? There's some in here. Watch me poison myself somehow. I don't know how you poison yourself on a pineapple, but watch me somehow figure it out. So, like, if I had a half, I wonder if I should do, like, before I have it again, maybe I can do like this. Maybe. Maybe this makes more sense. Oh yeah, I feel like this is more effective. I think that's what we've learned here today. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're slicing and we're dicing. I mean, we haven't diced yet, but we will dice soon. Let me get some of this stuff off that I don't think we want. Again, are these brown bits okay to eat? Because I will. Because I'll do it. And then the butt over here. I don't know if that's all right, so we'll take that off. There we go. That's a lot of eyeballs. Dude, if you got like trypophobia or whatever, that's freaky. I don't know. Is that okay? Is that okay? Maybe. Because if you think I'm scared, I'm not. All right. How's the pizza doing? We're getting our toppings together. The pizza dough should be done. We're just getting our actual toppings done. Now, how much pineapple needs to go on? I feel like this half of a pineapple, like this whole half, I'm probably gonna save for later. Like, we don't need an entire pineapple on the pizza. But I feel like this half, I think we can chunk that up. And I think we can make that into our pizza topping. And then the other half I'll save and use for something else in the future, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking, what, do we slice this kind of like we did with the... Do we slice this like we did with the apples? I feel like these are big... Not thick slices, but big, like they're wide. Oh, that was a big slice. A thick slice. This is gonna be a... Should I put... Like, how much pineapple should go on my... You know what, we'll just slice the other one up too. And if we don't use it all, we don't use it all. But if we use it all, we do. I feel like it's going to be a very pineapple-y pizza. I feel like it's going to be very pineapple-y. Rate my knife work. One out of 10. Rate my knife etiquette. Alright, so that's our pineapple. So that's the only thing that, like, I know. got greasy hands. My hands are greasy. That's the only things that I really need to prepare. We don't need to cook or slice the Swedish fish. I don't need to cook or slice the tomatoes. I don't need to cook or slice the anchovies and sardines. You don't, like... That's all that we need to do. 7/8 is close enough to half a pineapple. That's close enough. The brown parts and the yellow flesh. Like, is that like, it's okay to eat, right? Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Let's take a look at how our dough's doing, guys. Let's take a look at how our dough's doing. So this is our bowl. Let's take a look, shall we, baby? Woo! It's looking not like a ball anymore, and that's because it's expanded. And it hasn't expanded probably quite to twice as long, probably because of maybe I needed a little bit more sugar, maybe the yeast didn't quite take, but it has expanded. That's why it doesn't look like a ball anymore. It looks kind of like a biscuit, but that's okay. So here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna move this out of the way. I don't want it on the stovetop, but that's where I'm gonna put it. I could, but it makes a mess, so I'm not gonna do it. I could flour this surface and do the pizza on the surface. What I like to do is clang, that was loud. I'm gonna flour my pizza tin. I'm going to literally knead and stretch my pizza dough straight onto the pizza tin. This is what, again, is this like the right thing to do? I don't know, and I don't care. This is what I do here at home. So like when you're working your own kitchen and you're doing whatever you want to do, like when you're working your own kitchen, there are no rules. The healthcare services are not coming into my kitchen and telling me how to make my food. So what we're gonna do with our bowl is that we're gonna pop so that we release some of the air. We're gonna take this guy. I'm gonna take him out of here. We're gonna put him down here. We're gonna knead. And this is all I do for kneading our dough. We're gonna knead it so that we can get a more cohesive chunk of dough to work with. It's gonna be a little bit noisy. It's gonna be a little bit ridiculous because I'm literally doing. You'll notice my pizza tin is literally not flat. You'll notice my pizza tin is literally not flat. So that's what we're working with. I don't know what to tell you. That's just what we're working with. And once I've got this guy nice and kneaded, it doesn't take too much, honestly. We're not making bread. We're making a pizza dough. It doesn't need too much. And now here's the part where if you have crazy New York style talent to do like some crazy like whoa, 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 whoa. If you have some crazy hand tossing abilities, this is the part where you would do that. Or if you've got a rolling pin, you would do that. I have neither. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to actually quite literally just stretch out the pizza dough with my hands as God intended to actually stretch this thing out until it eventually will reach. It'll look like it's going to rip and tear at some point in time, and that's okay. It's not going to. I'm not going to rip and tear it. But we're going to literally stretch this guy out until he reaches pretty close to the edges. And I'm just going to do it with my hands. Like God intended. Like you can do so much cooking with just your bare hands, you know what I mean? The reason I'm swapping in between, you know, I'm flipping it from time to time is because it's just easier that way, somehow. There will be a point, and we're getting to that point now, where I'm not going to want to do any more flipping because the middle of my pizza, because I'm working inside out, the middle of my pizza is going to start getting a little less dough. Like, there's less dough there because I'm flattening that out. So if I peel and stretch, it might rip. And if I rip, I'll have to re-knead. And if I re-knead, it's going to dry out the dough. And dry is not horribly bad, but you get to a point where you have no, like, a point of no return, basically. And we're going to avoid that. One more time. You might be thinking right now, there's no way MagicManMo stretches this to the sides. You might be thinking right now, there's no way he does that. I will. This is what we mean when you put your blood, sweat, tears, and love into a pizza. We're gonna stretch this baby out. I actually probably could have done a little bit more dough, a little bit more water, a little bit more yeast. It's all a part of it though. Like when you when you hand make, quite literally here with my hands, when you hand make this stuff, you never quite get exactly the same situation. I'm gonna do this one more time. You never get quite the exact same situation every time. It's a little bit different every single time you make it. And I think that's part of the love. I think that's a part of the love a little bit. I've got too much dough in one corner. I need to move you. Nope, not too far. Nope, too far. There you go. I think it's part of the love, right? You kind of end up with a slightly different product every time. Fantastic tasting. It's not going to be perfectly round because I'm not machine cutting. I'm not using a rolling pin. I'm literally just using my hands here. Is this the easier way to do it? Absolutely not. In fact, you should just flour your surface. See, we've got a hole here. Now we don't. And don't worry, when it bakes, it will expand. Alright, I've got too much dough up here. I'm gonna work that over here. I've got some extra over here. Part of me is doing this a little bit quick. Part of me is doing this a little bit on the faster side, just because we're streaming. But like I said, we literally have. You see a hole here? Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll be okay. It'll bake. It'll bake a-okay. It will be fantastic. Just imagine you're the Bob Ross of pizzas or something. Don't worry about it. Because you made it with your bare hands from the beginning. We didn't buy a pre-made dough. We didn't buy a pre-made crust. We did it from scratch. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it not being a perfect circle. It eats all the same. I am going to try to work some of my extra dough that I have in the crust over here to the sides. Nice, 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 nice. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. That's looking beautiful. Look, that is a full pan of pizza dough right there. The Bob Keefe of pizza. The Bob Keefe. What was he? Insurance? Whatever he was. That's looking pretty good in my opinion. Did someone say bye? Eat anything, everything except the leaves, dude. Put the cheesecake on the chip. Bye? Are you leaving? What does bye mean? One thing you can do. I've done this. I'm gonna do it this time just to show you basically. I've done it with this and without this, and I don't know if I can tell a difference. Because I'm using my hands, I'm moving a lot of air. If you do a rolling pin, you might want to fork the dough a little bit, and basically that will help release, when it's baking, that'll help release some of the air while it's baking so that you don't get giant bubbles, you don't get, poppage and that kind of thing. I've done it both ways, with and without doing that. I think I can get away with not doing the fork thing because I use my hands and I get all that air worked out. But that's what that would look like. The next thing we're gonna do is just a little bit of oil of the olive variety. Now, if you have a baker's brush, which is not this. I have this. This is not a baking brush. But if you have a brush, you would brush that and make sure it's all nicely, evenly spread and stuff. Or you can just use your hands. Or you could just use your hand. Get that thing nice and oily, nice and delicious. Now we're gonna put our sauce. I had a blender. And I should have a blender. I do not have a blender. If I had a blender, we would make some homemade tomato sauce for you guys. Maybe in the future, if we get a bunch of... I don't know, if I start doing this professionally, we'll get a bunch of people watching the cooking streams, maybe we'll get a blender. I don't have a blender because I don't ever need to use a blender very often. If I had a blender, I'd make you some homemade tomato sauce. I'm not going to do that today. Today, I've just got some bought tomato sauce. So we're going to spread that out. Ooh, that's a little bit much over there. Don't worry, we're going to spread it out. And let's see, do I have my big spoon? I like to use the back of a big spoon for my sauce. Let's get that spread out nice. You'll see it's a little bit chunky because I'm actually using the meat flavored one. Usually I go for the garden, like, you know, veggie or garden or something like that, or sometimes just garlic and herb. I think the meat one was on sale or something. I don't remember why I have the meat one, but I have the meat one. So it's gonna taste, this pizza's gonna be especially strange because it's gonna taste like whatever, like meat lovers and all the sardines and anchovies. It's gonna taste a little bizarre. How heavy do you guys like your sauce? How heavy? Like, this is pretty good as far as sauce goes. We're not doing like Chicago deep dish. If we're doing Chicago deep dish, it's a different story. We're not doing that here. So like, this is pretty good for sauce. What do you guys think? More sauce? Less? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? More? More? Less? Like, that looks pretty good to me. The more sauce we have, the wetter the base is going to be, and we're going to want to bake it a little bit longer. What type of cheese is going to be on the pizza? It's going to be mozzarella, because that's what I have. More? I don't like the fact that you said more in all caps. I don't like the fact you said more in all caps. Like, you're gonna want, like, again, it's not deep dish. It's not deep dish. So, like, it's not gonna, like, hold super well. That is a wet pizza. That is a wet pizza, my friends. My pizza is wet. This is a wet pizza ready for action. I'm gonna keep saying wet pizza until you guys are concerned. Wet pizza. Moist. Do any of you guys have the problem with the word moist? Like a moist pizza? I've known people that have a problem with the word moist. 6, 7 more, 6 or 7. What do you mean, like dumps? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean spreads? What do you mean by that's looking pretty good in my opinion. That's looking pretty good in my opinion. Don't look at my butt. Don't look at my butt. Stop looking at my butt. I've got mozzarella cheese, and I'm going to put some mozzarella cheese on, like, just as a base, our toppings, and then I'll do some more mozzarella cheese. I like to, like, double layer. It won't be a heavy layer for the first and second or whatever, but I like to have a little bit on both or whatever. That's what I like to do. I don't know. Some people don't. Some people do. I'm the people that do. How did I screw this up? This is literally, what did I do? I can't get into the back. I tore at the puncture. I tore at the perforation. What do you want from me? Here we go. Screw it, put the whole jar. The whole jar would be a problem. That would be problematic, I assure you. Let me get a round of the cheese going here. Now, I do like my cheese. I don't know what you guys think is too much or too little cheese on a pizza. I do like my cheese. We're gonna start with that to start, and like I said, I'm gonna come back and put more. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing, baby. Don't you worry. Alright, now we're gonna start putting stuff on this pizza. I've got pineapple sitting in front of me, so let's put some pineapple on this bad boy. Dude, I don't even know. I'm just slapping it on there like it's pepperonis or something, you know? Dude, the pineapple is so, like, slippery. It's so slimy. We're gonna have to stick this bad boy in the oven for so goddamn long, because these slices are so goddamn thick. These are some thick boys. How much pineapple is too much? How much pineapple is too much? I don't know. What do you guys think? This is looking pretty pineapple-y. You'd think we were making a Hawaiian pizza. All right, that's pineapple. I've still got extra if we want to use extra. That's pineapple. Let's throw some apple. Dude, the apples are actively turning brown already. The apples are already going brown. They've been sliced and sitting out for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever. They're going brown already, bro. It's fine. I'm sure they'll eat just fine. I'm sure they'll eat just a-okay because they're about to go into an oven where it's significantly hotter than room temp. By the way, the room temperature in my residence right now is... Very nice. It's 69 degrees in here right now. Very nice. That's a big chunk. We got one of our big chunkers. Put our big chunkers in there. How warm and cool do you keep it in your house? I'm at 69. Very nice. Haha, funny internet number. Yeah, two apples was far too many. Look at that. Look at how full that is already. Look at how full that is. We're gonna throw another apple in right here. I'm gonna eat one for myself. There we go. We need... I guess I'm just doing all the veggies and stuff first. We've got the sun-dried tomatoes, which I feel like it's all juicy in there. I feel like I should probably fork them out, I guess, instead of just fingering them. I don't know how you guys feel about... That's a ginormous... Look at the size... Hold on. Look at the size of that frickin'... Should I cut that? Jesus Christ, that's a big sun-dried tomato slice. I don't know how you guys feel about fingering tomatoes, but we're gonna throw... Someone suggested we throw some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm not gonna use the entire jar, because that would be crazy sauce. Here, let's just do that. I'm gonna put them kind of towards the outside a little bit, because in the middle is where you like... that's where you run the slicer and it gets all screwed up anyway. Let's get one more slice. Sun-dried tomato, like, I did this for you guys. All right, there we go. Delicious. Beautiful. Some sun-dried tomatoes. Yeah, that can go right there. And now, don't worry, the chocolate will come into play later. I think the chocolate is gonna make a good drizzle for when it comes out of the oven. We're not going to bake it with the chocolate. I'm actually going to heat up the chocolate and we're going to use it as a drizzle. So that'll come later. So the next up is going to be the anchovies and sardines. I thought it was a block, so the whole James cheese meme. No, I've just got the shredded stuff. I don't have the block. 6, 7. 21 degrees Celsius or 294 Kelvin? Is that what you're doing it in Kelvin? You gotta go for it. Sorry to leave you. Please send me a picture of the pizza when it's finished. See ya, Erica. I'm sorry you couldn't make it to the end. Oh, dude, is it already 9? Have we been going for 2 hours? Jesus. Almost 3 a.m. here. I wanted to do this stream earlier, to be fair. I did. The good news is this stream will still be here tomorrow to watch as a VOD. I'm opening up the anchovies. I've never had an anchovy before. This is oh my god. Okay. That's anchovies and some water here. Alright. Okay. Oh, it's a block of anchovies. I've never had these. I've never had these. Okay. Anchovy. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I might hate this. This might be disgusting. Anchovy. 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 Apparently you can eat these straight out of the tin. Should I eat one? Oh yeah, no, okay. I was worried one tin wasn't gonna be enough. It absolutely is. Look, should I take a nibble? Should I take a nibble? Yeah, I don't know. I'm still chewing! Ow! It's salty. I don't mind the salty. Ah! Ah! I'm eating cat food! Ah! I don't think I like that. This is gonna be disgusting. Great. I need a pineapple palette cleanser. Ow. Ah! Ah! Yeah! Alright, great. So that's on there. So that's on there. Yeah, I'm sorry, your time zone is screwing you over a little bit here. Alright, sardines. Oh! I've never had sardines. Oh! I've never had these. Oh, they're just whole. They're just whole mini fish, bro. Sardines. It's sardine o'clock, my friends. It's in that water. Oop, I spilled some water. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, why is it falling apart in my hand? Is it supposed to fall apart in your hands? Is that normal? Oh, okay. It's like I'm just fingering tuna here. What the frick? It's just, it's crumbling. It's crumbling in my hands. Is it supposed to do that? Is it supposed to crumble? It's crumbly. I didn't know it. Brother. Brother. What is that? Brother. All right, so I gotta try some. All right. You know what? I don't like it, but it's better than the anchovy. Okay. All right. I'm definitely, it's cat food, bro. All right. I'm trying to get, there's a lot of water in here, but there's also a lot of little pieces. I'm trying to get it all in there. Oh, brother. All right. I guess that's about as good as that's gonna get. Okay. Okay. All right. So, and then there's only one ingredient left. Swedish fish. We didn't have access to shark gummies, like I said earlier. We don't have shark gummies. The place that I went to said they had them. They didn't. Man, what are we doing? What are we what are we what are we doing right now? All right, we're just gonna throw some gummies on here. Just some Swedish fish. We've got anchovies and we've got sardines and we've got, you know, Swedish fish. You know, as one does, as one catches from the sea. Oops. From the Sweetie. This is going to be disgusting. What do you guys think? I'm gonna eat a Swedish fish. Definitely more palatable. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna top it with some more cheese. I don't know how I feel about this. This is gonna be the pizza of all time, my friends. How much cheese is too much? Is that good? Again, remember there's a layer underneath. All right, let's call that a day. All right, into the oven it goes. And that's gonna go in there for a while. We're gonna start with 20 minutes. There's a lot of stuff on that pizza. We're gonna start with 20 minutes. And see where we're at in 20 minutes. It might need longer, we'll see. Because I truly do not know. But we do have... Look at these apple slices. Dude, we did not need to slice 2 apples. We didn't need to slice 2. I'll throw them in a container. And I'll snack on them. It's fine. I'm not worried about them being a little bit brown. I'm worried about them being gross. I don't think they're going to be gross. Let's see here. I think we're done with the flour. We no longer need flour. The only reason I still had it out was so that we could flour the pizza tin. The oil can go. The sun-dried tomatoes need to go in the fridge. Oh, I was gonna add garlic clove. We didn't add garlic clove. That's fine. No one asked for it. I was gonna do it. Swedish fish we'll leave out. It's not gonna go bad anytime soon. The chocolate, it won't take long to heat up. Right now it's solidified, but I'll just leave it out at room temp for now. We'll put it on top of the stovetop and it'll liquefy pretty quick. Does anyone have any idea what I can do with this? I mean, other than throw it away, is there like I feel like I should do something. Like do I eat it? Like, like what do you do with the top of a pineapple? I want to do something with it. I don't know what. Oops. I went ahead and threw the rest of the other half of the pineapple into the fridge. Like I said, this stuff I'll probably throw in a container. What did I just drop? What the frick? My earbud frickin'... My little earbud piece came out. And it's been on the ground. I threw it on the ground. I don't need your charity, so I threw it on the ground. And now we dance. For the next 16 minutes on the timer. Oh, something smells kind of really good right now already. Oh, that's got to be one of the fish. I don't know if it's the sardines or something actually smells kind of nice. I don't know what it is that's cooking that smells nice right now. Dude, but something kind of actually smells. Sorry, I was. Oh, there it is. Something kind of smells nice. Is this still going to be up when it's ended? No, I'm deleting the whole thing. No, it'll still be up. And the pizza will be done in 15 minutes. It might need a couple extra minutes. But yeah, no, when the stream ends, it'll still be up as a VOD, so you guys can still watch it. Look at instantly patch, bond, seal, and repair. No, the VOD will still be up when this is all over. If the VOD isn't up, then something went horribly wrong with copyright, but I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. Imagine you see this at the club. You go to the club and you see this approaching you. What do? You see a shark dancing, cha-chaing real slow now towards you. What do? What's the move? Scream. Ah! Ah! Is the pizza gonna explode and kill us all? Does a woodchuck chuck leaves? No, it does not. I guess it's gonna be good. Are you heading out, villain? Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. I'm surprised how many people are. I mean, for those of you that it's 3 in the morning, that makes sense. I'm surprised how many people are like, it's too late. It's Saturday. I don't normally stream on Saturdays, so this is a little bit. It's a little bit of a mystery to me. Like, I wasn't sure how many people were going to show up to the stream. I didn't know how many people were going to hang out during the stream. Because it's a Saturday. I don't normally stream Saturdays. We've been doing it here recently. So it is an unusual day. So it's kind of like I'm kind of feeling out what the crowd is like on a Saturday. But like for me, Friday night, Saturday night, and usually even Sunday night, I shouldn't, because you know the next day's Monday, you got to be up. But usually the weekend for me, like that's all about staying up, baby. I mean, if it's 3 a.m. where you're at right now, then you've done your work. Like 3 a.m. is pretty early. When I was hardcore into being a night owl, which I'm kind of getting back into that habit. That's what I'm talking about.
That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT!
The GOAT! Are you leaving for real? Okay, goodbye. Are you leaving for real? Or are you talking to a villain? Is everyone gonna abandon me before the pizza? I'll be here eating my pizza all alone at... I mean, it's not even gonna be 9. It's just 9:08 here. It's 9 in the evening. Which is late for some people, but like, on a Saturday night? On a Saturday night? Normally on a Friday night or a Saturday night, I'm up until the wee early hours of the morning, you know? I will 5 minutes? Well, the pizza's not gonna be done for at least another 12. I wish I started at 6 like I meant to. Sorry, guys. I should have started at 6. Which is what I meant to do. I meant to start at 6. To be fair, though, the plan was 6 till 10. So the plan was a 4-hour stream, and it's still not 10, so I still planned on being live at this time. I don't know. This has been interesting, though. And like I said, the VOD will still be out. So people can still watch it. So it's not like it's a failure or something. Because there's a lot of people that, like, Twitch stream, and no one watches VODs on Twitch. Like, no one really watches VODs on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. So there's plenty of people that can go back and watch this stuff. So it's not like I'm freaking out and concerned or whatever. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just a little surprised, that's all. But this has been interesting. I'm gonna get to try something new. I mean, I already did. I tried a little bit of sardine. I tried a little bit of anchovy. Anchovies are kind of gross. I didn't vom. I don't know. I feel like I'm an adult now. Like, there's very little. I don't think I've had enough flavors in my life. I don't know if there's anything left in existence that would make me, like, vomit to eat. If it's real food. If you hand me something that's not supposed to be eaten, then that's a problem. But I feel like if you hand me something that culturally people eat on the regular, I think I can stomach that. You know what I mean? Like, I think I can do it. So anyway, I tried that sardine, and that was, that anchovy, and I was like, ugh. And the sardine, I wasn't a fan of, but it was better. Now, once it's cooked and baked into a pizza, I don't know. I have said in the past, and I have stood by in the past that if you put it on a pizza, I will eat it, and I can eat it, and it'll be fine. I've in the past said there is no such thing as a bad pizza. We'll see if that holds up, because I've also put Swedish fish on there, pineapple, apple. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Okay, we got about 10 minutes left or whatever. I'm going to throw the chocolate sauce on the stove top officially. That'll warm it up. It'll actually start to liquefy a little bit more. Okay. Let me put these apple slices and pineapple slices away. Because otherwise I'm going to keep snacking on them. That's the thing. But something kind of smells actually kind of good. I don't know. I don't know why. Something smells kind of actually good. Watch it just be my pizza dough smells delicious. Watch it just be, I love the pizza dough. I love bread. I mean, who doesn't love bread? I mean, besides like celiacs or something, but like, who doesn't love bread? You know? Fortnite? Nah. I don't even have it installed if I wanted to. Even if I wanted to play Fortnite right now, I don't have it installed. And it's like 100 gigabytes or whatever. So it takes a hot minute to install Fortnite. You and Weiss are playing it right now. I mean, that's fine. I'm happy for you. But I don't even have it installed. By the time I had it installed, it'd be pizza time. Not TV time. Pizza time! Are you guys mad at me that I didn't keep playing the weird route of Deltarune? You guys are mad at me, aren't you? Let's act like we're like a fighting couple right now. Are you guys mad? Are you guys mad at me? TV time! Sorry, that one caught me by surprise. That was a little bit heavier of a pour than I thought it was. We just hopped off a Demon Rush game. Oh, I guess they have the K-pop Demon Hunters now. Is that a new game mode? I literally don't know. Is that a new game mode? I don't know what that is. Deltarune reference. Yeah, I'm not. You gotta continue with it, bro. I do. I want to jump back into it when they release the next chapter. I was a little bit Deltaruned out, to be honest. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. I think Deltarune's a good game. It's not done yet. It's not finished yet, obviously. It's got more chapters to go. I think it's good. There's things that I would critique that I think are legitimate critiques, and I think even Toby Fox would agree. Because it's been, like, especially between chapters 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, because of the time difference. There's things I have legitimate critiques about. But it's a good game. but I was a little Deltarune'd out, so I'm looking forward to when because I'm not necessarily Deltarune'd out now. I just mean when I was doing it. I'm looking forward to when the next chapter comes out, and then jumping back into it when that comes out, and then we can do some more, like play the regular route that we were doing with the new chapter, and then go back to the weird route, play through what I haven't done yet, and then the new chapter in the weird route. That would be fun. I think that would be good, and then we'll catch up. Do we know when the next chapter will be out? I haven't been looking. Do we have news on that yet? We might not. I don't know. What's the weird route? Where do I even start with that? You don't really care about it, to be honest. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It is really good. It is really good. I'm not like as crazy a Toby Fox simp as some Undertale and Deltarune fans are, because some people grew up with Deltarune. Some people were literal children when Deltarune came out, and it really solidified their taste in video games. It was like a core memory for them. It's not for me, so I'm not like that deep in it. But they're both good. Undertale is fantastic, and Deltarune is great, even though it's not done yet. I have my professional critiques about it, but it's really good. Yeah, I won't spoil what the weird route is. If you haven't played the base route yet, I'm not going to tell you what the weird route is. If you haven't played the normal stuff, I'm not going to tell you what the weird stuff is, because it's spoilers for the normal stuff. So I'll leave it there. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to tell you there's a normal way of playing it, and then there's the weird route. That's what they call it. That's all I'm going to say. And if you've played Undertale before, you know about normal route, pacifist route, genocide route. You know that routes are a thing if you've played Undertale. So, like, I'm not spoiling anything by saying that there is a weird route. Just don't worry about it. If you're playing Deltarune for the first time, don't worry about that. Just play the game like you want to the first time around. And then when you're done with what's available, then you can look into the weird route. Then you can look into it. It's a limited time wave-based game mode. Okay, kind of like a survival type thing, like COD Zombies but Fortnite. Okay, so instead of like zombies, it's like demons or something, and you're in a limited space. You got to do the weird route before the next chapter. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm probably not gonna do that. When the next chapter comes out, I'm probably gonna play the normal route of that chapter, and then go back to the weird route and catch up. I'm just telling you right now, that's my plan. I'm just telling you, you can disagree with me, but that's my plan. Unless I have some spare streaming time leading up to the release of the new chapter. If I have some spare time and I do the weird route waiting on the new chapter to release, then maybe. But I'm not gonna promise that. Definitely not gonna promise that. Gotta avoid the Delta burnout. Yeah. Well, especially with just streaming. I don't know, just the way, like, there's a multitude of reasons why I get burned out on, like, Undertale and Deltarune streaming. Part of it is just playing the same thing over and over again. Part of it is just the type of people that try to tell you, like, I'm not trying to call anyone out, or this is just a reality of streaming when you have a very passionate audience. Because this isn't just Undertale and Deltarune, this is other games too. When you have a really passionate viewing audience, they try to tell you every little thing to do, and there's a lot of backseat gaming, and it's just, no one likes to be backseat gamed. Like, no one likes that. So it's like, and then the burnout, like, starts to set in a little bit heavy. Because it feels like when I'm playing Deltarune, I'm not allowed to explore the game at my own pace, because everyone that's watching is trying to, like, hurry me along, or, oh my god, there's this one extra piece of dialogue that you can get if you do this one thing, even though it doesn't add anything to your experience. By god, me as a viewer, if you don't get to see that, I will lose my mind. It just feels like you can't play at your own pace, and that just expedites the burnout. And it's not just a Deltarune problem, it's not just an Undertale problem. I just know that, like, we were playing the weird route, I was getting the vibe, I'm like, this is pretty cool, but I'm just kind of done. I'm done right now. We'll come back to it because the game's not done. The game's not done. We'll come back to it because it is interesting and it is fun. It was just kind of one of those things where it's like, I want to take some time off. We'll come back when the next chapter comes out. That's just where I was with it. It's different when you're playing it on your own versus when you're streaming. Also, I guess you have to remember too, I'm also older. I think a lot of younger gamers, this is not supposed to be ageist, but hear me out. Oh, that's the timer. There's a lot of younger gamers now that I think are very used to when they play a game to look up guides all the time. When I grew up playing games, guides didn't exist, or you'd have to buy literal books to look up a guide. So I'm used to playing games at a different pace than I think a lot of young people are. I'm just saying. Let's take a look at where we're at. Oh god. Oh, that's a heavy pizza. Oh my god. Almost. I think I hate it when I open up the oven and all that air hits my glasses and like I can't see. I'm gonna give it an extra minute or two, but it's pretty much done. Some of it's starting to look a little burned on top, but the dough I think needs a little bit longer. It's a thick pizza. That's a thick pizza, boys. That's a thick pizza. 2026, really? Pretty much. That's a bummer, cause like we're kind of on that. Like there was all those. There we go. That's 1 minute. I'll wait a little bit longer, but with all the releases for like 4 and 5 or whatever, I feel like people are ready for the next thing. You know, let's get some of this stuff just out of the way. Let's get a heat pad down, shall we? Let's take a look at this bad boy, shall we? Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Oh, I forgot. I'm on the wrong screen. You guys can't see Jack. You guys can't see what I'm looking at. Ooh, baby, look at this. Look at this. Take a look at it. Would you just look at that? Would you just look at it? Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby. Can you hear it sizzle? Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh. Let's give that a cut. Let's give that a slap. Actually, I think they're over here. Ooh, baby, baby. Oh my, what is this monster? What is this monster? Oh my, it's juicy. I'm getting a waft of smells that are both familiar and unfamiliar. The fish smells disgusting. I'm not pleased with the fish smell. I gotta be honest with you. The Swedish fish have not fully melted. I didn't expect them to. I'm just saying that. The Swedish fish are not fully melted. They're just kind of there. Dude, the apple slices are still pretty thick looking. Oh my god, that smells like cat food. We're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a concerning pizza. Oh, all of it's like congealing and mixing in the middle there. Here we go. Some of my pieces are a little bit stuck to. Oh yeah, there's too much liquid. The crust isn't quite where it needs to be. You know what? I might just. I know we just cut it. But honestly, we need to burn that crust a little bit more. That's going back in for a little bit. We need that crust more done. There's too much juice from the fish juices from Probably all the fruit has a lot of juice in it that's trying to come out. The crust is really soft. The crust is still really soft. That is gonna be an exceptionally messy pizza. So we're gonna throw that back in there for a little bit longer. How's my chocolate sauce coming? It's starting to melt. It actually needs longer. I probably underestimated how long it would need. We're gonna throw that back in there for a little bit longer. This is going to be disgusting. It's got anchovies, sardines, Swedish fish, apples, pineapple, maybe something else, I forget. Chocolate. It'll have chocolate on it. This is sun-dried tomatoes. This is gonna be disgusting. This is gonna be terrible. Hey Zach, welcome to the stream. Yip yip. Yip yip indeed. Yummers. This is whew. I'm concerned. I'm worried. This is gonna be a problem. This is, I've got a plate. Ooh, let's not get sick, ladies and gentlemen. That's the important thing here. It's probably about time to take it out. Probably about time. Because any longer and we're just gonna start burning the top. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby. It looks kind of good, doesn't it? It looks really colorful. It looks really colorful with the reds and the yellow. I mean, sort of yellow or whatever. It looks it looks like it should be very pretty. There's a lot of liquid happening right here. Right in the middle. There's a lot of juice happening. There's a lot of juice happening. That has me very concerned. That has me a little concerned. I gotta say, it's gotta be said. I'll go ahead and turn the oven off because I will forget. I'm one of those people that does absolutely forget to turn off the oven. That's me. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I've baked something, cooked something, whatever, walked away. Ate my food, video game, streamed, whatever, come back downstairs, oven's still on. That's me. I'm the guy. Oh my god. Play the Spider-Man pizza theme. Welcome to another round of Yay or Nay. On today's episode, the horrendous pizza. I'm letting it cool a little bit, and I'm also waiting on my chocolate to warm up a little bit. I'm not gonna drizzle the chocolate on the entirety of the whole pizza. I'm gonna like drizzle it per slice, I think, is the plan. Because I don't have a ton of chocolate. It's just that like one container. So I think I'm gonna drizzle it per slice that I have and go like that. I think that's gonna be the move. If that makes sense. That's not me like chickening out. That's me thinking like it would probably make more sense to do it that way. I'm going to let that cool for a little bit. Today we have a special guest, MagicManMo. Guys, I didn't tell you about this. I was going to. This was a little story. I think I was getting hit on at the grocery store today. Possibly not. Possibly not. This was a thought that I had after I left. So when I go out shopping, I'm gonna hold this Swedish fish like it's a cigarette. That's a Swedish fish right there. I don't know how to smoke. I've never smoked before. I don't. Has anyone ever smoked a fish before? I was out shopping and I was ringing out, my items for today. Literally the only things I bought today. I went to the store for just my pizza stuff. So like literally my cart was like sardines, anchovies, a whole freaking pineapple. Like it was this stuff. So I walk up, I'm in line at the grocery store. I'm not at a self-checkout. I'm at an actual like checkout lane, right? And I walk up and the lady running the register is like, oh, I don't remember what she even said, but like, oh, hey, how are you? You know, being friendly or whatever. Like, oh, doing good, yourself? And she's like, oh, I'm doing good. And then I make the comment, and this is probably me engaging, like creating conversation. I'm like, oh, just a few oddball items today, because literally the only things I bought today were just pizza stuff for today's stream. And so she's ringing up. She grabs the pineapple, like, oh, I gotta wrangle this pineapple or whatever. I don't think they sell a lot of pineapples, like whole pineapples, very often or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, they're spiky or whatever. And we get to talking a little bit. There's a bagger that comes up, and I say hi to the bagger because he's showing up. He starts bagging my stuff or whatever, and I start punching in my rewards number at the grocery store that I'm at, and she says, oh, you have rewards? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just punching that in now. And I punch it in, she's like, oh, that's great. And she's like, oh, Weston. You know, talking about Weston. This is why I brought this up. Like, oh, Weston. I'm like, yeah, that's my name. And she's like, oh, I don't see that name very often. And I'm like, I know, it's very exotic. You know, it means west of town. And she, you know, a little bit of a laugh or whatever. And we have this exchange. We get to talking a little bit, bag up our stuff, and I head on out. We have this whole conversation. And you might be thinking, well, that's just a conversation. But like 99 times out of 100, when we go to the grocery store, you're just like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm okay. No conversation. Normally, there's no conversation when you go to a grocery store. You just ring your stuff and get the frick out. But I'm having this like full-blown conversation with this girl. She's asking about my name, and she's asking about like, you know, the day or whatever, and I get to my car, I'm like, God help me. And again, this might have been nothing, but I was just thinking, I'm like, God help me if she was trying even a little bit to like flirt or be like interested or anything like that. I would have had no idea. And I'm like, this is why meet cutes are like dead. I went into this whole conversation in my head. I'm like, this is why meet cutes are dead. People go out into public and they don't engage, and then even if you do engage in conversation, nothing ever comes of it. And that was a whole spiral. I had this whole spiral today where I'm like, was she flirting or was she friendly? That could be a game show. Were they flirting or were they friendly? You'll never know, because most times when I have full-blown conversations with people, like at a grocery store, it's like older women or older men. It's the older crowd. I'm very good at hanging out and just chatting with the old people. I'm very good at that. I don't know why. I'm an old soul at heart, I guess. I'm gonna eat that Swedish fish now. But she was not. And I'm like, God help us. Go back and get your girl. I don't know. I know her name because it's on my receipt. It's on my receipt. I'm like, can you imagine? I go back like tomorrow and she's working or whatever. And I'm like, hey, your name. And made it super awkward. And it turns out it was a whole nothing sandwich. Anyway, I had that whole conversation with myself in my head today, and I was like, I would have no idea. Was she flirty or was she friendly? I'll never know. Ask her out. Probably not. Probably not. It was probably nothing. It was probably just her being bored and engaged. Because again, like I said, I was engaging in conversation. So it's like, she was probably just being bored and friendly. And so was I. That's all it was. But that's all it was. But I just had that thought when I got to my car. I'm like, when I got to my car, I was like, if there was any interest, I did not follow up on that. I did not follow up. I just thought it was funny. And I thought I would mention that. So when y'all are like, MagicManMo, why are you still single? This is why. This is why, man. I don't know what to tell you. Magic Woman Mama. I don't like that. I'm not gonna be I'm Magic Mama. I am not gonna be dating a Magic Woman Mom. Like, no. This poor man will test the pizza we have manifested from the depths of the underworld. I'm about to. It's been cooling for a second. The reason I've been letting it cool for maybe a little bit longer than I normally would, two reasons. I don't feel like burning the roof of my mouth for the upteenth time. in my life. And two, like I said, it was so juicy right here in the middle. I wanted it to sort of like dry a little bit, if that makes sense. I'll be your wingman. I don't need a wingman, dude. You see this fin? I don't need wings. I got fins, baby. All right, here's what we got to do. I'm gonna let that cool for a little bit. I know it's already been cooling. I'm gonna build anticipation. I'm gonna go hit the restroom and I'll be right back. You know what's gonna be really embarrassing? You know what's really embarrassing right now is I'm about to go use the restroom, and you guys are gonna watch me literally walk to that door. I'm back. Normally when you see a streamer go to the bathroom, they like leave the room and you don't know where in their house or in, oh, I forgot the music. I forgot to turn the music up. I forgot I did that. Normally when you see the streamer leave and go to the bathroom, they like leave existence and you don't know where in their house their bathroom is. It's there. When you guys see me get up in a stream and go like, I'm like, I gotta go refill my drink. I go do that and then I... Anyway. Are you guys ready to watch me eat a slice of this monster shark pizza? Are you guys ready? Thanks for that info. You're welcome. I'm a man of the people. I know what the people want, and that's the insides. You guys are always asking for the inside scoop into my life. You guys always want to know. You guys always want to know where, you know, more about my... I don't know if anyone does. You guys always want to know more about my life, and this is oh my god, this is it's so wet in the middle. Yeah, we're going full scoop mode, dude. We're going for full freaking spatula mode, dude. The middle of the pizza is so wet. It's so wet in the middle. Why is it so wet? Oh, dude, it's falling apart, bro. All right, that's one slice. We'll start with one slice. I feel like that's the safe thing to do. How's my chocolate sauce coming? Oh, that's goopy. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's goopy. Oh, that's goopy. It's gooping. Okay. This is the dumbest this is the dumbest shit. All right. So we got the pizza slice. I got to goop a little bit of chocolate on there. This is why I said I wasn't going to put it over the whole thing, because I don't want to run out. All right. I think I need to, like, the corner, the tip is so wet. Guys, this is anchovies, sardines, Swedish fish, sun-dried tomatoes, apple slices, pineapple slices, and melted chocolate with a tomato base and mozzarella cheese on a pizza. Homemade, from scratch. I literally need to fork this. The tip is so juicy. Guys, the tip is so wet. Is the tip supposed to be this wet? Ugh. I have to fork the tip, dude. I have to. Bone apple teeth. That is so confusing. Ah. Yeah, why? All right, we gotta eat some more. Oh. All right, that's confusing. It's sweet, but then it's like. And again, I'm not a big fish guy. I've never had anchovies. I've never had sardines. So it's got this weird, like, fishy tuna thing going on, but then it's so sweet, and it's like... That's so confusing. Should I fork? Yeah, I need a fork. Yeah, it's so wet. I gotta fork it again. Okay, let me get... I've got a little bit... It's hard to see, but I've got a little bit of Swedish fish in there. Look at it, it's just nothing. You know what? Is it growing on me? Is it? No. Is it growing on me? Is it? That was less disgusting. That was still strange, but somehow less just. Is it? Is this? My brain is at war with itself. My brain is at war with itself. It doesn't know what it's tasting. It's so confused. It doesn't. It would be better without the fish. It would be better without the anchovies and sardines. I am actively fighting those flavors. I'm not even, like, the apple slices are not bad, honestly. And I think it's because this slice, I need to choose maybe, I think that's pineapple. I need to choose, I think there's a big slice of apple under here. There's a big slice here. The apple actually did bake down quite nicely. I think it's because they're older apples. So they're actually melting a little bit better. So they're not too crunchy to, like, ruin the texture. But they do add a sort of sweetness It is sweet. The pizza's weirdly sweet. The apples are adding a sweetness. The pineapple's adding an acidic sweetness to it. And the acid, I think, is helping burn through some of that sweetness. I've got a little bit of sun-dried tomato coming up. I don't think the sun-dried tomato is doing anything weird at all. I mean, it's already a tomato base. I think the sun-dried tomatoes are fine. That is not weird to me. I mean, imagine eating a margarita pizza. The fish, I'm not used to fish. But then when it comes to the Swedish fish, all right, we're gonna get a big bite of Swedish fish coming up, like right there in that bite there. I lost a little bit of apple. The gumminess, when you get a big bite of Swedish fish, is so confusing because it's like, why is my pizza gummy? Dude, the chocolate, I thought the chocolate would be more problematic. The chocolate disappears. I'm not even, based on everything else I'm eating, I'm not even detecting. I know I just poured it on kind of lightly. I'm not even detecting the chocolate. Like, the chocolate is just completely absorbed in the sweetness of the gummy and the fruit. That had the sun-dried tomato in it. Is it weird I F with that bite? That was a huge bite of Swedish fish and, you know, all the real fish. But the sun-dried tomato? The sun-dried tomato, it brought like a bitterness, not bitter, but it brought something that somehow balanced the sweetness. I don't know what it is. Somehow it sapped some of the sweetness out, but gave it a good texture. What the F am I eating? My taste buds are so confused. I'm not disgusted. Oh my God. Oh my, I mean, that bite is mostly crust, to be fair. And I know I love the crust because I made the dough. Would I recommend this to anybody? No. Oh, the fishiness is so weird, though. You have all that sweetness, and then there's the salty fishness. You have all this sweet and fishy is not the ideal combination. So yay or nay? I would never recommend this to anybody, but I'll be damned. I'm not stopping. I'm still eating it. Well, that's a very apple forward slice. I'm almost done with my first slice. I think I know it didn't answer your question, but I think I'm still looking for I think I'm still trying to answer that question. Hold on. I'm almost done with this slice. It's so sweet, but if you were doing, this is a mismatch of ideas. I'm not a big fish guy anyway, so the anchovies and sardines are not tasty to me. I don't like them, but I'm an adult and I'm not gonna vomit. The apple slices, the pineapple, especially the acid from the pineapple helps a lot. Even the Swedish fish, which adds a sweetness and a gumminess that shouldn't be there, is not out of place on a pizza. You're making a sweet dessert-esque pizza. It's not a dessert pizza in the sense of like chocolate and marshmallow and that kind of thing. I've added chocolate. You get an added level of sweetness, but the chocolate is not overpowering. You end up getting a very sweet pizza. Then you have the sun-dried tomatoes, which brings a little bit of a bitterness to it, a little bit of a grounding, a little bit of a reminder of what pizza is supposed to taste like, a little bit of a margarita pizza situation. So you have that sort of reminder, that reminiscence of this is a very sweet margarita pizza, and then you put fish on top of it, and basically what you end up is with just a fish pizza that is a margarita pizza. You get a fish-flavored margarita pizza. It's like the best tasting 3 out of 10 I've ever had. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's disgusting. But I could do another slice right now. I think I will. What slice should I go for? This one? Look, it's not. We gotta chocolate drizzle it. It's not good. It's not. Okay, I forgot that the tip is really wet. You have to fork the tip. You have to fork the tip is too wet. You can't take the tip by your hands. You have to fork that. I don't think I like anchovies and sardines, but if you did, like anchovies and sardines, I don't know. I don't think I like anchovies and sardines. I'm not a big fish guy. I'm from the Midwest. We don't get fresh fish. I'm not used to fish. I don't eat a lot of fish. But if you did, like fish, would it be good? I don't know. Would it be good if you liked fish? Would it be good if you liked anchovies? There you have it. There you have it. I'm still eating it. Take a look at that. Doesn't it look weirdly beautiful? Doesn't it look really pretty? It doesn't help that the Swedish fish look like red peppers. So it looks like beautiful red peppers. And the apples maybe look like onions or something. But that is Swedish fish, apple slices. There's pineapple slices in there. Anchovies, sardines. I'm adding a chocolate drizzle as I go, but it's not on this right now. Sun-dried tomatoes, which are delicious, by the way. It's a 3 out of 10. This is a recipe that should be a 1 out of 10. This is a recipe that should be a 0 out of 10. This is a recipe that should be a negative 3 out of 10. This is a 3 out of 10. There is something here that shouldn't go together. Period. Full stop. This is not a shouldn't go together, but this should not go together. No. This should not go together. I just don't know how someone who likes sardines and anchovies would rate it. If I'm gonna sit here and say 3 out of 10, what if I liked anchovies? Would it be 5? Would it be 6? I don't know. I don't know the answer. That's the part that's blowing my mind. I don't think I like the fish. But if I did, what would it be? That's what's blowing my mind right now. Is it a yay or nay? The crowds are bagging. I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know how to tell you. It's a yay. It's a nay. It's a maybe. It definitely doesn't make any sense. Hey, Bug, did you put anchovies and sun-dried tomatoes? I did. We've got anchovies, we got sardines, we got sun-dried tomatoes, we got apple slices, we got pineapple slices. We've got Swedish fish, and I don't have a lot of chocolate drizzle, but on my slice here that I'm eating, I also have chocolate. It's not hot fudge, but it's chocolate drizzle. It is sweet. Between the chocolate and the Swedish fish, between the apples and the pineapple, you create a dessert pizza that just happens to also have fish in it. I stand by what I've always said. I stand by everything I've always said. There you have it. No matter what you put on a pizza. Okay, it's still too wet to pick up. Hold on. I stand by it. No matter what you put on a pizza, no matter what you put on it, I will eat it. I don't like the fish, but here I am. Slice number 2. Ugh! Just take the fish out. If it had... Ugh. Ugh. Why? If you took the fish out and made a dessert fruit pizza, if you took the fish out and made a dessert fruit pizza, it's actually really good. Or if you take the chocolate and the fruit out and made a fish pizza, which is just anchovy sardine. If you like fish, then you like that. If you separated them, they would be amazing. But together, it is a nay. Together, it's a no. It's a no. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. But it's just strange enough. Man. Well, there you have it. The pizza from the depth of hell is a nay. Thanks, a nay. Thanks for watching. On the next episode of spaghetti, are they actually good? I think I'd rather. I think I'd rate a pizza with anchovies and sun-dried tomatoes and arugula. I don't have any arugula. A 9 out of 10. But you have to consider all the other things I put on here. You have to consider all the other things I put on here, though. Spaghetti tacos. Are they actually good? Spaghetti tacos. I don't know what... I feel like the mouthfeel of that would be strange. Well, this has definitely been an experience. I'm going to somehow eat this second slice. I'm not going to eat the rest of that pizza because, like I said, I had a late lunch, and I'm not really that hungry anyway. So I'm going to save the rest of that pizza for tomorrow. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how that's going to go as a leftover. We do have dessert. I do have a cheesecake, and I've got a little bit of chocolate left. I do have a cheesecake. We can have cheesecake for dessert. The ones from iCarly, I guess I don't remember that episode. I watched iCarly a little bit back in the day, but not like a lot. I didn't see like every episode. Oh, the... Maybe a 2 out of 10. Maybe a 2. That was a particularly salty piece of fish. It's just, once you get past the fishiness, it's really not that bad. Once you get past the fishiness, that's what's so mind-blowing. Once you get past that, it's better. So that's why I'm like, if you like anchovies, if you like sardines, I want to know. I want to know what you would think. It's a recurring thing. I guess I don't know the recurring joke. I guess. This is... I would never make this again. So I guess that makes it a nay. I wouldn't recommend it, and I would never make this for myself. So it definitely makes it between yay and nay. It's a nay. I would never do it again. Like, on my own, willingly. As a weird stream challenge, obviously I'll do a lot of strange things for a stream. But I wouldn't never make this for myself. Wow. But we got to try to we got to do several things I've never done before. I've had anchovies now. I've had sardines now. I've had both of them. I had them both by themselves before we baked it into a pizza. I've had them both now on a pizza. I've never sliced my own pineapple, like a whole frickin' pineapple by myself. Now I've done that. And now I've got a head of pineapple. I don't know what to do with this. It feels like, I guess you just throw it away, but like, it feels weird, right? This feels exotic. This feels like I should do, I know there's a tag on it, but do you do something with a head of pineapple? Is there something, like, what can you make a tea? Oops, I just spat. Can you make a tea out of this? What I'm learning, because I've always stood by pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza has never been weird to me. But apple, what I am learning is apple works quite nicely, actually. Sliced thin, like I said. Apple on a pizza, sliced thin. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. It's got a little bit of a crunch. Just a little bit. When it's sliced thin, it's got a little bit of something for the texture. And then it's sweet. It's actually quite nice. The apple is quite nice. Wow. I wonder if by the time I eat the entire thing, which I will do, none of this is going to the trash. I will throw nothing away. It will be consumed. Not necessarily tonight. I'll save it, because I do leftovers. But I wonder if by the time I eat the whole thing, if I will have a different opinion. Will the fishiness grow on me? Because that's the... Honestly, that's the number one thing for me, is the fishiness. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god. Just further proof, I'll eat anything on a pizza. Further proof, I'll eat anything on a pizza. Wow. You really want to order a sardine pizza now? I just flipped my pizza. The sardines were better, in my opinion. I didn't like them, but they were better than anchovies. They were more tolerant. Anchovies, when I tried them on their own, the anchovies had a stronger flavor that I didn't like. Whereas the sardines were a little bit more... They still had something to them I didn't like, but they were a lot more neutral. They were a lot more tolerable. Which just makes me think, like, if I put like sausage on it instead. Like, I wonder if instead of sardines, if I had done like some like sausage, like some country style sausage or something. If I had done sausage instead of the fish, I just wonder where I would be like number wise. Anchovies are salty. Yeah, they both definitely had salt in them. Just because I had them tinned, like they were in the little tins or cans or whatever. So they definitely had a salt to them. Wow. What a bizarre pizza. What a strange, strange pizza. Probably... Realistically, this is the worst pizza I've ever had. This is probably... The fact that I keep saying probably... This has to be. I'm being like gentle or something. This is the worst pizza I've ever had. It has to be. What am I drinking? Rum. Rum on the rocks and water. That's why it's so light. It's watered down rum. Well, I'm going to finish the slice that I've got, which is a little bit of crust. I'll probably package this up for leftovers. Normally when I make a homemade pizza, I eat at least half a pizza, if not a little bit more. Like I might have 5 slices or 6 slices. But like I said, I had a late lunch with my mother. So 2 slices is probably plenty for me. Just in terms of sheer amounts of food. That's probably where I'll stop. So I'll probably save the rest and eat the rest tomorrow. Or I'll split it up and have like a little bit tomorrow, a little bit Monday or whatever. But may I say, my homemade pizza dough is quite good. May I say, my pizza dough is quite good. That came out quite good. May I say. The crust is quite good. It's that sort of hand-tossed thickness, or not pan, it's a little thinner than pan, but it's at that sort of hand-tossed thickness. Got a good flavor, got a good bite to it. Wow. That is... I hope that makes good leftovers. I hope this makes good leftovers. I feel like this is something I should not microwave. I get the feeling that microwaving this would be gross. I have an air fryer. This feels like something that might require an air fryer or reheating in the oven. Because you want that crispness. I think because of the Swedish fish and the sweetness and stuff, if you microwaved it and it was any gummier, it would just be kind of like gross, texture-wise. There you go. That was our shark pizza. A pizza fit for a shark. And you know, a shark will eat anything. A shark will eat metal. They'll eat license plates. They'll eat tires. A shark will eat anything. So that's been our pizza fit for a shark. I'm gonna put that away now. Wow. I'm stunned though. I'm stunned that the rest of it wasn't worse. Like, I don't recommend putting Swedish fish on a pizza, but it didn't ruin the pizza. I don't recommend the sardines and anchovies, but that's because I don't eat a lot of fish. So I didn't grow up with fish. I don't eat a lot of fish. I've never had anchovies. I've never had sardines. So it's a new flavor to me. So I'm putting that bias aside. I don't recommend it, but if you do like those things, I don't know. The apples and the pineapple were just as fine as I expected them to be. I didn't expect them to be bad, and they weren't. They added a sweetness, and of course, the pineapple added a little bit of acidity, a little bit of a tartness to it. The chocolate, honestly, I was really surprised the chocolate just evaporated. Like, you don't even notice. For as sweet as the pizza is, you don't even taste chocolate. Like, you don't get it. The pizza's already sweet enough. You don't need it. It doesn't do anything for the pizza at all. Maybe if you happen to lick some of the chocolate as you're eating it, like, maybe it shows up in your palate, but for the most part, it's completely overwhelmed by everything else. It's completely unnecessary to the pizza. And I've got nothing to add to the sun-dried tomatoes are great. They're just too expensive. Buying sun-dried tomatoes is kind of a luxury, but like the sun-dried tomatoes were fantastic. They added a fantastic flavor to the tomato. I already had a tomato base. There was already a tomato sauce for the base. So like all the sun-dried tomatoes do is just add more fantastic tomato base. So that didn't do anything strange at all, and I wasn't expecting it to. There you go. I mean, there you go. Like, I don't know. Wow. What I've discovered, though, is while I don't necessarily like the fish, maybe adding more fruit to my pizzas, doing the pineapple, doing the apple. Believe it or not, I've actually done fruit stuff on pizzas before. I've done... in particular, I can think of, I did bananas before. That was kind of strange. The bananas didn't work out super well, but I've done like banana. I've done a handful of different vegetables before. Like I've done potato on pizza before, and that was strange too. The potato was really bad, but that's because what I learned is that you should actually cook I literally put raw potato on a pizza. It's like sliced raw potato on a pizza. That's not the way to do it, because baking a pizza is not long enough to actually fully cook the potato. So you actually need to make the potato ahead of time, like in a pan or whatever, fry it, bake it, whatever. You got to do something ahead of time, then put it on the pizza and it'd be great. Like, I mean, I'll put anything on a pizza. I'll put anything on a pizza, and if that wasn't proof enough to you, I don't know what is. So that's going to do it for today's Cooking with Mo number 2. I am a shark. I'll eat anything. I don't recommend that pizza though. I wouldn't recommend that. It's not good. It's like a 2 or a 3 out of 10. I'll split you in the middle, 2.5. I'll split my gut reaction, I think, was trying to be generous, but then as I kept having it, I'm like, it's a 2. I'll give it a 2.5. 2.5 out of 10. Not even a 1, man. It probably should be a 1. I don't know what a 1 would be. I don't know what a 0 would be. All I know is that I didn't gag. I didn't vom. I didn't reject it. And I'm not gonna throw it away. So like I feel like to be a 1, it's gotta do at least one of those things. So 2.5 out of 10. What a disgusting pizza. It is the worst pizza I've ever had, though. It is the worst pizza I've ever had, for sure. So we really put that to the test. I know some people wanted me to just literally just sit the entire pineapple on it. That wouldn't have made it worse. That would have just made the pineapple inedible. But there you go. That's going to do it for our stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know it was a late one on this Saturday night, but I hope you guys enjoyed all the same. I'm going to head on out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this stream when it becomes a video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know the weirdest pizza you've ever had, the weirdest toppings you've ever had, and let me know what you think you would rate this pizza, just conceptually. What do you think this pizza should have gotten out of 10? What's your number? What do you guys think based on my reactions? Let me know in the comments when this stream ends. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, wash your hands, I guess. This has been Shark Week. MagicManMo's Shark Week. Next week, back to business as usual. Bye. Good night.